Besties, it's Friday. I actually wrote an agenda for this show. I know that the best part of this is that it's random. The second best part is that it takes pretty much nothing to get me to continue on. And then before you know it, we've got a 4.5-hour live stream on a Tuesday morning. But I have an agenda. The only problem is, good morning. Hi, Amy. Dr. Trey 7, good morning. Good morning to the replay crew. Good morning to the haters. Good morning, Noodles. We made it. Happy Friday, Shelly. Debbie, good morning. Me too. Me too. Bay Harbor Beauty, good morning. Hi, Mindy. Cursey Nursey M. Does cursey mean like cursing, by the way? Clarissa and Jen are here. Most talkative. Mary YORN. For Fox's sake, great name. Oh, I have to drive because the principal of the school is here and I'm in a parking area where you're not supposed to be. And so he's looking at me and I shouldn't be here. So I got to turn around and I got to go out this way. Oh, I can't even go out my regular way. Caught, Jessica. Caught. Hi, besties. Good morning to everybody. Wait, here's the problem, okay? I have an agenda. I wrote it, but it's on the other screen. I got to toggle. Oh, shoot. I forgot to even shut down my notifications. While you're all saying good morning to each other and your sun salutations, I'm going to leave you. I'm leaving you, Charles. I have to shut down my notifications because already with the text messages are coming. There's that. And then I've got to toggle to the other screen and I've got to quickly get the things. I'm going to say the things very quickly. Somebody can type them so then we can revisit them. Stand by. Here's the quick agenda. Mike hosting the fundraiser, Georgia's drama, passwords, Nan videos, ice shooting. Okay, can someone write those down? Sphinx. Hi, Kelly. Saint T. Amber's here. Good morning, Amber. Alley Cat is here. Hi. Cop's daughter doing the hard work, writing it all down. Thank you. Good morning, Lauren. You're not late. You're right on time. I don't know what you can see, like in the YouTube sphere where you watch, but on my side of things, I can see that we quickly already have 945 people watching, which is across X, Facebook, and YouTube, which is crazy to me. Just quick 1K first thing in the morning. Hi, hope you're all doing well. If you're lurking, I just want to say hi to you as well. I know you're here. Every day, most days, I drive Georgia to school and I drive on the back road of Somerset into Dighton. And I pass two women that walk. I pass a lot of people that walk, but two women. And like, I acknowledge a lot of people when I'm driving by, especially if they're walking. Sometimes I'll put my hand and wave. Sometimes I'll do a head nod if I'm driving slow. Who knows? I like a good head nod. Jeffrey makes fun of me. I do it with elderly people when we're walking, wherever we may be. I head nod. And you know who responds with the head nod? Old men. They head nod back to me as well. I have no idea where I acquired this. I don't know why I do it. But I head nod. I just do a head nod in acknowledgement. I'm an old soul. But even if I was an old soul, I'm an old soul that is a man, because women don't head nod, do they? Maybe they would bow their head, but like a head nod, I just do a head nod. Jeff thinks it's the most hysterical thing ever. And you know, it's only the older men that will do the same. It's basically like, good day, sir. Good day. Anyway, turns the fuck out that the woman who walks with her friends on that street is a bestie. And she messaged me and she was like, I listen to you every day. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And she's like, yes. And she sent me a hat and it says cunty on it. It's black with pink letters and it will be on display on my shelves. It just goes to show you never know who is listening to you. You never know. When I see the numbers that I see, like a morning show will eventually show between 5,000 and 6,000 people. Who are those people? Who are you? Who am I? Who are you? Cats and rabbits. Don't get me started on Alice in Wonderland. Don't. Because we'll be singing Golden Afternoon before you even know it. Copyright strikes for days. Anyway, last night, Georgia and I first of all, I know that I did say, if by some stretch of the imagination, J401, good morning. If by some stretch of the imagination, the Horizon Social Chart Magnets made its way into my home, I would do a live stream. And don't you motherfucking know that in the afternoon, I went out to leave with Georgia and they arrived. And I was squealing in excitement, like the pig that Nan thinks that I am. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I opened them right in the car with Georgia, and Georgia is like, this is dedication. And I was like, I agree. But I felt so good to commit to a no internet day after I did my stream for the most part, that I just didn't want to break that, you know? So Georgia's having a bad day yesterday, and I knew she didn't ask. I'm going backwards. Georgia's having a bad day yesterday. I'll explain. And without giving too much, we're not oversharing. And so I kind of had a feeling. So I was like, listen, do you want to go to Salvation Army? And she's up in her room. And I know, because when she comes home from school, she's not fluttering around the kitchen table. Where did this fog come from? What in the actual fuck? All of a sudden, she wasn't fluttering around the kitchen. She wasn't chit-chatting. I knew. And she went right up to her room. I was observing. And so I said, I got everything I needed to do done. And I called upstairs to her room and I was like, I have to go to Salvation Army to look for Pyrex. Now, granted, you and I both know I was just there, but I know Georgia loves thrifting, and I knew it would be something to get her out. And then I knew all we were going to need was some nacho fries and a Baja Blast from Taco Bell and a quick trip to Salvation Army. And she was going to rally. So sure enough, she was like, let me get my shoes on. Right. Sure. Like you didn't jump out of your bed. So we do just that. And she tells me what's going on. Now, quite frankly, the only thing I care about, oh no, a breakup. I was just going to say, the only thing I care about is her relationship with her boyfriend. Everything else to me is like, on a scale of 0 to 10, it should be a 0. Like, you're going to have these issues with friends and school and grades and all of these things. So I care, but I basically know the only thing that I need to really pull out my toolkit for is a breakup if it should happen. And Georgia had already been through one, and it was not good. So not good. I mean, it's average. Just, I'm sure what every girl goes through. So thankfully it has nothing to do with that, but it is boyfriend adjacent. But I'm just going to say, like, without giving too many details or whatever, like, they went to a party at a friend's house, and the friend is definitely a good friend. This fog is pretty scary because that truck just came out of nowhere. So they went to a party, and this is her actual first party. There's been parties with friend groups, like, 6, 7, 8 girls, but this was a party with extended friends of friends and boys and all of the things. And she went with her boyfriend. I let her get picked up by him and driven, which was a very big deal socially, as you can imagine. You're juniors in high school. You don't want to get dropped off at a party, your first party. And it just so worked out logistically that her boyfriend was able to drive, like, age-wise, and he was able to have her in a car. So it all worked out. Asked her how the party went, and she told me it was great. She was happy. She was fine. Everything was good. But, like, now, this fog is insane. I'm scared. Hey, it wasn't like this on the side near the water, just so you know. Pleasant Street does not look like this. So here's the tea. Let me just fucking get to the tea. At the party, there was a girl who is going out with a friend of her boyfriend's. And there was conversation about politics. And I mean, I am as surprised as you, just so you know. But essentially, the girl is a very far left liberal, okay? And Georgia, I would say, would have been able to be categorized as that. She was raised at the middle school post-COVID. And so that, combined with her dad being a liberal sympathizer and his girlfriend being a far lefter, Georgia was pretty much over on that side. But I definitely see as she gets older and she's more educated, she moves more to the middle. But I would venture to say, like, you're never going to hear Georgia say a bad word about, like, Black Lives Matter. Okay. Like, that's where she's at. Do you know what I mean? So, but her boyfriend, we've talked about politics in our home and with him, and he is like, listen, I don't like Democrats. I don't like Republicans. I don't like either one of them. I'm in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, also, I don't care. I'm going to just say I don't care about those things, which I think is second best scenario than having a liberal boyfriend. So I'll take it. And I think it's also very smart. I've heard him talk about it. He's pretty smart about it. And apparently this girl was like, so you like Trump, and start talking about all of these trigger things, right? Because that's what the fucking left does, I guess, and it got a little confrontational, apparently. And Georgia was like, this is a girl who I've defended to people when people have said that they don't like her prior to this. You know what I mean? Like, Georgia has defended her. And I guess the girl has been now eating lunch around them and stuff like that, because it's, the relationship is moving on, and the girl is giving Georgia dirty looks, and Georgia is just like beside herself for it. So she finally was like, I'm going to ask, her boyfriend, and she asked him, and he was like, yeah, she doesn't like you because of me, and she doesn't like me. And I guess Georgia is dealing with the fact, welcome to the world I live in, Georgia, where people don't like you, not really because of anything you've done or even just your belief system, and they're going to act on that. And she is really struggling with that. She's unhappy with it. She's like, I didn't do anything to this person. I said nice things about her. I defended her to people. She's like, and now I have to sit across from her and she's going to look at me a certain way. And she's like, and making these looks. And by the way, like, I think the inner Georgia wants to like go ham on her. You know what I mean? But like out of respect for her boyfriend and his friend, she doesn't. And so she's bummed about it. And I was like, okay, well, life lesson here, Georgia, is people aren't going to like you for their own reasons. You know, we need a coffee.
Good morning. Welcome to Society. I'll be right with you.
Okay, thanks. And so,
sorry for the wait. What can we got for you today?
Not a wait at all. Thank you. Can I have a large iced white chocolate pistachio made with whole milk?
Whole milk?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else?
That'll do it today.
All right. 749 up the window.
Thank you. So, you know, had an opportunity to, first of all, Georgia knows all about the Nan situation, you know, and I said, well, let me tell you, just like it, I'm an adult. Okay. And this is a woman who I talked nicely about, who, you know, I had no issue with, even though she was associated with someone who I don't like. Right. And then that person chose to say something to me. And then it's like, so how do you handle, first of all, don't take it too seriously. That's basically what I said. I was like, listen, you can't change her. I said, but you better work on your confidence face to face, room in room, where like you don't let that girl get to you. Because clearly at this point, she's thriving on you feeling self-conscious around her looks. So we better fucking change that right away. Easier said than done, because I woke up this morning at 5:15 to a text message from Georgia, which says, can I please stay home? And I knew what she was doing. She was hoping that she could just get out of going to school today, avoid the confrontation, and then have the weekend. And then, you know, she'll face it on Monday. And I was like, bitch, get dressed. Get dressed. You're going to school. So I think the saddest part about it for Georgia is like she liked the girl and was nice to her and also defended her. That was the crux. And I had to listen to Georgia pretty much. You know how I scream in the morning? You know how like 5150 said something on her live stream, and she was like, she just screams in the morning in her car. Okay, well, that's what we do. We're Portuguese. Georgia's a little Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. She was like, you know, going off about it. However I sound when I'm like going off on a rant, that was Georgia yesterday. She's like, and I fucking defended her when somebody said they didn't like her. Oh, I know. I'm forgetting one part of it. This is what really started the whole thing yesterday. Oh, I'm so dumb. Dumb, Jessica. So I guess the lunch thing happened on Monday and Tuesday, right? And the looks and stuff, and Georgia was feeling self-conscious. And so, hold on, we got to pay for this. You're staying inside.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
The white chocolate pistachio?
Yes, please.
749.
Thanks.
Would you like a straw?
No straw. Thank you. Do people do this with straws? Let's try a straw today.
Yeah.
Let's mix it up. It's Friday. We'll try.
Yeah.
I've only had 100 of these and I've never had a straw.
Honestly, you'll have to let me know if it changes.
I have the same thing every day.
Yeah, I don't know. But people say that sometimes they spill.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, for the cup things?
Yeah. So
We'll
that's
try
why
it.
I like a straw, personally.
I don't know. I've never, listen, I'm not kidding. I come here every day. I've never done it. Today's the day.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's Saturday. Tomorrow's Saturday.
I'll see you
Monday.
All right.
Thanks.
Let me know.
I will.
Bye.
Thanks. All right, Horace, we're going to have a straw today. I'm all about change, you know, like does it taste different with the straw? Beats the fuck out of me, Noodles. We're going to find out. This does not taste different. This is less problematic than trying to straw Fridays. It is just on Fridays. We go a little crazy. We get a little loose. We do straws. We are living on the edge today, Shelly. 100%. Sure, we're good. We're happy. Thank you. We did it. Okay. So here's the trigger for yesterday that put her in the bad mood. The trigger was Georgia goes to Bristol Aggie and they have an outdoor campus where it's not just one building, it's a bunch of buildings. And obviously it's an agricultural school. So much of the things are outside, which, by the way, just a little side section here of what I want to say. Every school, high school campus should be like Bristol Aggie, even if you're not an agricultural school. Every single high school should be like Bristol Aggie, where you have to walk around a campus outside in the heat, in the cold, in the spring and in the fall, from building to building, across main streets, walk with your friends outside, get outdoors. It is the best. It is like a little mini college campus, and it's amazing. And I will tell you, if I lived in a community where they were building a high school, which I was here for our new high school, I didn't really know. I would never do it that way. I would do it this way. Jack has said, he's like, I'm in 4 walls every day. I just walk around in a big fucking circle. Yep. Like, get the fuck outside. It's amazing. And it's independence and a little adversity. You got to walk a long way. Get ready for college. Back to the story at hand. So they're walking across. They walk across the street. I know people might not understand what I'm saying, but they have a big campus, and it's all different buildings, and you got to walk around. So they're at the crosswalk to cross the street outside, and Georgia says to her, whatever her name is, I love your hair. And Georgia said that she heard her but ignored her. She said the chances of her not hearing her were slim to none. Go the fuck ahead. Go right ahead. Columbus Energies Incorporated. That was aggressive. So she, trying to get past the recent looks in lunchroom and the uncomfortableness and being ignored at the lunch table by this girl, Georgia, in a more intimate environment where she knew that the girl would, maybe not be forced to have a conversation with her, but like, whatever. Oh, there are the 2 huskies again. I'm going to have to find a new fucking route. She says, I like your hair. And the girl ignores her. And that was the trigger for her to ask what the fuck was going on. The girl is Black, and Georgia told me that previously these people that were saying shit about this girl were making fun of her hair or whatever. And Georgia, that is in the environment in which Georgia defended the girl. And I guess the girl had her natural curl, and Georgia complimented her, and the girl ignored her. And so Georgia's pretty distraught over it. The race isn't an issue. I'm just bringing it up because of the hair, because that is what prompted Georgia to say her hair, because she had her natural hair, and Georgia wanted to give her a boost, because she's my daughter and she's a queen and she's a lovely, lovely child. So we're going to have to walk through that. But as far as yesterday goes, I don't think she thought Georgia, listen, I did say this to Georgia. I said, unless there is a deliberate one-on-one conversation where you say to this girl, can we talk? Everything can be misinterpreted. I did say that to her yesterday. I asked her, do you feel comfortable having a one-on-one conversation with her? And she's like, I don't really know her that well. And I was like, I mean, I can tell you, Georgia, the only way this is going to go away is you reach out to her. She's not going to reach out to you. Absolutely not. She is in a defensive stance and whatever. But then I saw a little bit of Georgia getting a little defensive about her boyfriend. And she's like, he doesn't even take a stand politically. And she's giving him a hard time and saying, oh, so you're a Trump supporter and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, dude, fuck, I don't fucking care who's president. So you know what I mean? I don't like that it's really causing Georgia to be stressed out because, Georgia has done a lot to cultivate her life in a way that makes her comfortable. You know what I mean? So I'm sad for her for that, but not sad enough where I was like, you can stay home from school today. Get dressed. But she didn't put on her eyelashes today. She didn't put on any face makeup. She's all natural today because she just couldn't be bothered. So thoughts and prayers for anybody that crosses Georgia today, because I don't know if she's going to be her pleasant self. Let's just say that. Anyway, she's at school. Get there to fucking learn. That's what you're supposed to be doing. All I cared about, I was like, is this affecting or impacting you and your boyfriend? Because if it is, then we're taking this to the next level. We're going to flip the page and I'm going to tell you how to handle this because it's you and him against everybody at this point. Okay. Okay. And she's like, no, not at all. We're on the same page. And I was like, is it impacting him at all? Like, are you talking about this too much with him? Because you know how guys are. They might not care about this kind of shit. And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, just be cognizant of that and go on. Like, move on. So we went to fucking Taco Bell and I got her nacho fries and a Baja Blast. And my queen was very happy. And then we went to Savers and nothing makes that bitch happier than scrolling through racks of men's t-shirts and looking for good fucking clothes. And she found some great shit because she has more style than you and me put together. So she found a great fucking pocketbook, which I love. It's her. She found, what did she get? She found a pocketbook. She found a sweatshirt. She found a cropped tee, an old cropped tee. Well, it was an old tee and someone cropped it. And no, Georgia wears eyelashes. She's in high school. Georgia's a junior. She's not in middle school. Unless somebody else was talking about that. And then we went to, so we finished there, and then we had to stop at, she had a special request for dinner. Happy to do it. Mac and cheese, grilled cheese. There is a place down in Hyannis. The name is escaping me. If anybody's from Hyannis, you'll know. It's a grilled cheese eatery. I don't think they have inside seating. It's all outside. It's pink. The fuck is the name of it? Every year when we go down to Mashpee, we go for a day trip over to Hyannis, and the kids, when they were little, they liked eating at this place, and they make grilled cheese, all different kinds of grilled cheese sandwiches. And the one that my kids like is, it's like a thick mac and cheese with cheese and bacon. I don't think it's called the Shack. What the fuck is the name of it? It's a gay guy that owns it. It's fuck. Anyway, Georgia wanted those. So I was like, okay, but I also don't have some of the things we need for that. So we went to the market, and I want to give a shout out to the bestie I saw there yesterday. So somebody who's from Fall River. I know Lauren Tansey will know who she is. And I've never spent any time with her. I don't know her like from face to face, real world interactions, except maybe a couple times. But I follow her on Facebook. She follows me on Facebook. And I went over to say, I felt compelled. I don't even know why. She was like, hi. She was on the phone. And I don't even know why. I walked right over to her, give her a hug, and I was like, Happy New Year. Right? Like, I don't even know why. It was probably too much. Right? And she was still on the phone. And I was like, Happy New Year. And I gave her a hug. And she goes, I listened to every one of your shows. And I said, you do? And she goes, I'm a bestie. And I was like, really? And she's like, I never miss a show. She's like, I listen to the morning show. I listen to Wednesdays. I listen on Saturday. And I was like, really? And she's like, yep. And she's like, I love them. They're great. And I was like, thank you. And I will cry because the way she said it, because I know she knows everything that has happened with me through all the years locally. And she's like, I am so happy for you. And I was like, thank you. I said, and that means a lot from you. And she's like, I am really happy for you. And I was like, and so good morning, Monica. Thank you for that interaction yesterday. I loved it and I appreciate you. So it was just really great. It's Monica. You know Monica. Yep. Spicy Misty, were you on when I gave the agenda? And can someone tell me what it is? Because now I'm getting all emo. All right. Well, I remember a couple things. Let's get the Daniel stuff out of the way. My closing. Look at Spicy Misty, my queen. Look at my queen. There's the agenda. Thank you, babe. Okay. So let's start. We'll start as it was written. Mike hosting the fundraiser. First of all, I just want to let you know, if you are a hater and you're listening this morning, because there must be some of you on here, never underestimate my power, please. Never. Listen, if I hadn't said anything about the fundraiser graphic, we wouldn't see all of the new, very pretty pink fundraising graphics we see now. So dance for me, puppets dance, because I basically made fun of the fundraiser only because of Mike. And now everybody's got new fundraising like logo thingies, and Nick Rocco sent one, post one or whatever, and it's just for the better, right? But here's the thing. It just showed up on my timeline this morning. I didn't go to it, but Nick Rocco's post about the fundraiser that they're doing next week showed up. And the comment section is pretty crazy. People are saying that they're not going to participate in the fundraiser because Mike has blocked them. And apparently Mike has said, and I was unaware of this because I don't listen to his dribble, that you can't donate to Turtle Boy and donate to Karen Read. Is that accurate? That is a death sentence. You're out of your fucking mind. Because that's insane. First of all, here we go with this man telling people what they can and can't do. Take it from Jessica Machado, sir. Don't tell me what to do. The besties don't want to be told what to do. Nobody wants to be fucking told what they want to do. If they want to spend their money on Aiden and spend their money on Karen, who are you to tell people that they can't? What on earth? And so, the comment section was pretty ripe. People were just like, this guy's got me blocked, Nick. This guy's saying we can't do this and do this. I refuse to participate in a fundraiser for a guy that, is doing A, B, and C, and D. And listen, maybe they don't give a fuck because that's all they have. That's the group. This group that self-identified themselves as being the group that does all of this stuff. They're the group that cares about Karen Read. Newsflash, just so you know, there is another group of people that care for Karen Read. It's us. It's just somebody else has made this into something else that it's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have to, we must correct wrong information. We must correct wrong information. So let's go let's go to recent comments. Mike, Brian, these people have made it about sides. Nobody has ever defined there being sides of things. Maybe Aiden has, and maybe I'm wrong. But to me, there's a big group of Karen Read supporters. Everybody is happy Karen is free. Everybody was all on board. Everybody put their differences aside for the goal. But don't get it wrong. The differences were there during that, okay? But everybody put it aside for the goal. And, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. You know, there's a bigger goal here. It's bigger than us. It's free Karen Read. Don't put blood in the water so that the other side, the real other side, which is like the McAlberts and all of those people, smell when there's a problem and they exploit that and make you look bad. So for the most part, everybody just focused on the goal. And then the goal was achieved. And then people were relaxed a little bit and were like, I did my part. I would like to be able to say how I fucking feel, because I haven't been able to say how I feel for this time. And how I felt was, Brian LTL is a fucking loser. Don't associate me with this guy, but I fucking held it together for the eye on the prize. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. This isn't about sides. Nothing changed about how I feel about Karen Read's innocence. What changed is that I stifled my opinions for the greater good. Okay? And we should be able to do that. But what has happened here is these fucking soy boy fucking incels can't handle that. And because they have no skill set on how to handle when people give their opinion that they don't agree with, they have turned this into like some sort of like fucking north against south, east against west bullshit. Every time I see a clip from Mike, or I listen, because now I am raw dog listening to it, it is about the side. So the side is making problems for everybody else, including people who would like to participate, who would like to donate, but they can't because Mike has blocked them, or he's doing all the shit. I mean, LTL, I'm going to tell you something. LTL can never host, right? I'm sure he's next, but he can never host. You can't host a fundraiser for a woman when you fat shame another woman every day on the internet. Nobody's going to go. And I'm going to give you case in fucking point. Calling All Beings and Boston B was going to be hosting this literacy fundraiser, and it was supposed to be her and Naniel and Misdemeanor. And guess what the fuck happened? Naniel was a no-show. You can tell me Naniel was sick. You can tell me Naniel was on a plane on the way to go see James Jackson. I don't care what you tell me. That woman didn't go on that show because they saw the room. They saw every fucking comment, every person talk about how Nan would shame me about spending money and shame me about my weight. And people were like, this is an all-woman panel, and you want to have a woman on here that is shitting all over somebody that we follow? Good luck. And you know what? They made the right decision. Either Nan bowed out, or they said, let's not do this. And I didn't listen to the shit. All I know is that she wasn't on it. But that's what's going to continue to happen, because that's how the internet works. That's how the internet works. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm this close to hosting my own Karen Read fundraiser. It doesn't need to be sanctioned by Nick Rocco. Okay. Because what are you going to do? Not take the money? Lies. I'm this close to doing it, to prove a point. And I honestly think everybody should be doing it. And I've never held a fundraiser before. I've never donated money. I've never done anything. But I'm going to tell you something. The only people I really block on X are trolls. I click on the account. I take my time to look. I see if they're a bot. I see if it's a fucking December 2025 account, you're getting fucking boo. Okay. So I don't know. Not sure what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to tell you something. If I did a goddamn fundraiser, It's going to be entertaining as fuck. We're not going to sit there and regurgitate the same old fucking shit. Nobody fucking cares. Stop talking about it. We're going to do a fundraiser. We're doing sock puppets, Horizon Social Chop, Beaver Moon ceremony, and we're going to come up with new fucking shit. And it's going to be funny and entertaining, and fucking people will just throw money at it because they're fucking thankful they don't have to listen to fucking Mike talk about fucking Jen McCabe for the fucking 5,000th time. Who wants that? Doesn't make me open my wallet. That's for fucking sure. Who said these fundraisers have to be a bunch of these boring fucking people talking? I'm sorry, but the Jerry Lewis telethons were fun. People sang. They did entertaining. You get what are you getting for your fucking money? Getting a panel of a bunch of guys that take to the internet every day to fucking talk about me? Oh, and they're not doing anything? Take off your fucking shirt. Do something. Entertain us. You can't just ask for money and give us nothing. Bring a bird. I don't care. Do tricks. Give us something for our cash. You're paying for fucking. You're paying for a lack of masculinity. Just please twerk. Just twerk for. Get up off your fucking seat. Twerk. I will donate $100 to this live stream if Brian LTL takes off his shirt and pulls down those little fucking teenage lights hanging around his room and wraps them around his fucking body and just starts fucking twerking. I will pay $100 for it. How much do you? Let's test your loyalty to Karen Read. How much do you fucking love her? Dance. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Like, people have donated enough at this point now. I want something for my money. Get the fuck out of here. Do something. Do some tricks. Somebody better sing a song. Pull out the guitar. Pull out a nice keyboard. Somebody's saying nobody wants to see that. You get my point. Like, these fundraisers, what do you mean? It's you guys talking? Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the Karen Read trial? Oh, you're regurgitating the murder of a man? Oh, this is super thrilling. I'm entertained. Let me give you money. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Stop it. Stop it. I'm hosting a fundraiser for Karen, okay? It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to fucking pimp out my husband and make him come upstairs and play you the new song that he learned when he was at his guitar lessons. We're going to go on a field trip. You're coming with me. Guys, where do you want me to go next? Give $20 to the Karen Read Defense Fund, and I will take a left down any fucking road you tell me to. Here, where are we going? You pick. You decide where we're going. Watch the fucking money roll in. I want you to turn down here, drive down here. No, go knock on that door. Do whatever. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. But donate to the defense fund. We could do it for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Basically, what I'm saying here is, like, I don't know who's in charge. And usually this is where I start stepping in to start taking control of things, because let's be honest, it needs to happen. I don't know who's in charge of fundraisers in the internet world, but we need to revamp it and stop it immediately, because this just doesn't work. Maybe it does. Maybe it's fine. Maybe everybody is satisfied with that. I don't know, but I can tell you what is not on my thrill list, and that is Mike Crawford hosting another Karen Read fundraiser. Anyway, 2 swans are swimming in front of me, and I'm so happy that they've made it for life and they're happy. Enjoy yourselves. It's me and Jeffrey. I don't know if anybody remembers, but the other day we saw Seagull on Seagull crime, and people actually thought that I was talking about human beings. All right. Let's read the next thing. So that's how I stand about Mike hosting the fundraiser. Check. Thank you, Spicy Misty. Georgia drama, we already checked. Check. Passwords. Woke up this morning to 3 different requests for permission to change my password to my Instagram and my Facebook. If you know, you know. So love that for me. If you do not have on 2-factor authentication on your social medias, you should be doing that immediately. Because I get a notification instantly and it woke me up. And I saw that, someone was trying to change my password on my Instagram, and then one on my Facebook, and then another one on my Instagram. And so then, I wait, I don't do anything. And then at some point today, I will go in and I will have to change all my passwords again. And it's, it's not a joke, whether it's, the internet or someone from fucking a third world country, or whether it's somebody close to us who, you may know and I may know. People attempting to get into my social media accounts is a very frustrating thing. There's a reason I change my passwords all the time. It's because I'm fearful of that. And the main reason is privacy. And everybody has the right to privacy. And that's it. So that's my take on that. But yeah, that's what I woke up to this morning. Nan videos. So because Brian puts up this post yesterday about me, this long post. And I will say, at this point, I wonder if we're being punked, because there's absolutely no way that any person watching my live stream deducted that I was making fun of a Karen Read fundraiser and disparaging the fundraiser itself. I think it's very clear that I was making fun of the graphic. I think it's very clear that if I didn't want anybody to know about the fundraiser, I wouldn't bring it up, because I'm deliberate in some of those things. And so, I'm aware that by talking about it, it's going to cause people to even know about it, which I'm okay with. Like, that's 100%. Okay. I mean, I just went on a rant about hosting my own. So like, I have no issue with people trying to raise money for Karen Read. But Brian listens to all my shows, whether he does them in real time or whether he does them after the fact. Brian listens to every single one of my shows. And the reason he does that is because, one, he is waiting for me to talk about him, which I will continue to do as long as he continues to post about me. And then 2, he also looks for things that have absolutely no relation to him that he can exploit and turn into something to make me look bad, because that makes his dick throb. Okay. The small dick that he has. And so this is a perfect case in point. This had absolutely nothing to do with him. And somehow, in his bizarre, twisted mind, he thought that it made sense to cultivate a lengthy post on his stream. I mean, on his page. And I don't know, maybe it's on his Facebook page too. I don't go to that. About me disparaging Karen and all this stuff. And I'm gonna make sure I let the Reeds know and her attorneys know that Jess Machado is, I'm not even really sure. Let them know what, I'm not really sure. Puts the fucking clip up like a dummy. And then basically starts to posture that there are only a certain group of people that have been raising money for Karen from day one. Okay, well, you're correct, Brian. I am not a part of that group. And if you feel the need to, again, posture and to define that you were right from day one raising money for Karen Read, then by all means, go right ahead. But nobody ever said that I was one of those people. I have never said that I was one of those people. I've actually said the opposite. I've never been a outward Karen Read supporter. I have never donated money. I've never gone to a fundraiser. I never asked to go to lunch. while the trial was going on over to the church and get my picture taken. I never asked for any of that shit, ever. I was never invited and I was never asked because I was acting as a reporter during the trial. And so Brian putting up this post and like, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen him get ratioed in the comment section like this ever. And he gets ratioed quite a bit. Quite often he will post about me and people will go on the attack, but I love the besties for doing that. You don't have to, because we don't have to waste our energy, but if you feel so obliged, feel free. But people who don't even like me were in the comment section being like, dude, you've got this fucking wrong. Like, what's wrong with you? I mean, I don't know how many comments there are on there right now, but there were hundreds of comments. And I think there were 2 that were like right on Brian. This lends to what I know to be true about Brian is he has a major disconnect from reality. What you're seeing in that post is what I know to be true about Brian in his real life, which is he has a absolute disconnect from reality. I said it yesterday on a post. I don't remember which one, but I said I've had an arsenal about Brian for a long time. And, you know, everybody in the comment section is like, do it, finish him, blah, 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 blah. I want to let you know that I struggle every day with this. Every day I think about having the power to shut this person up for fucking good. Okay. I know I do. I know I do. But it's at what expense? At what cost? What will it do? What will it do to him? And I don't want that. I don't want that on me. I've spoken to the Lord about it, and he is like, you're not about that life, Jessica. And so I try to think if there are other ways that I can get him to shut up. And then I realize, why do I want him to shut up? Let him continue to talk about me. Let him fat shame me. You know, those days where he was posting about the repo thing before I really talked about the repo thing, those were some challenging days. And I only had one nugget about him at that time. And I almost put that out there, but then I'm very conscientious of the tit for tat shit. You know what I mean? Like because I know you are. I know you guys are very smart people. Unlike other people, I consider you and hold you all in high regards. I know other people think we're fucking stupid, right? We're peons. We're nobody. We're the poors. But in my opinion, I think my listeners, my people are of the realest of the real, because we're regular people. We know what's up. And I think we know when people start going fucking tit for tat. You know what I mean? I don't think you deserve that. So for me, I'm conscientious of that. And I didn't think, well, I mean, basically, I'm not going to do little tit for tats. Like if I'm going to go, I'm going hard. Right. So I had that little nugget thing and I didn't share it. I was like, whatever. But then I got some more information and I got some more information and then I pretty much got everything. And I was like, if I do this, undoubtedly he will stop talking about me because I won't give it all. I'm going to give enough for him to know that I know, and he will stop because he will be petrified with fear. And I'm not contributing to that. I'm not doing it. And so maybe it was wrong for me to say that I could do it. Maybe I'm saying it so that he knows. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, I can't change how people act towards me. I can't change people that don't like me. I can't change what people do towards me. I just can only handle how I handle it. And so if every day Brian wants to fat shame me, if every day Brian wants to talk about my financial situation, if every day Brian wants to talk about my weight and, you know, whatever, like my kid, whatever he wants to talk about me in a negative way, it's about how I handle it. And so I'm going to handle it the right way, which is whatever. I'm not going to do it. So, and you know, a person reached out to me, and the way that they said it was, for your own safety and your own protection, I think you need to know about Brian. And I just don't think he is what he says he is or what he pretends to be. And I think we know that, and I think we joke about it, but I think it's deeper than that. So for safety reason too, we need to just be careful with that, you know? So I am going to continue on the path of what I am doing, which unfortunately will be, you know, petty reacting to some of the shit that he does. And that's it. He's going to continue to do it. He's listening right now. You know, that's it. He's listening right now. So, but that brought me to watching Nan videos yesterday, because remember I just said about correcting like the narrative, and I don't know if it's laziness or whatever, but sometimes again, it just seems like, why are we going to take the time to correct something in the moment? Whatever. Nan wants to shit all over me. Let Nan shit all over me. But I went back and I was like, where did I ever say fucking shit about this woman? And I didn't. And then I went back to my interaction with her on Brian's show. And, you know, she's like, I'm fangirling over you right now. And I'm like, you know, thank you. You know, like, I just had absolutely no fucking problem with this woman. If anything, I was nice and kind. And so I mean, I know it doesn't matter to the internet or whatever, but like, I didn't start this. You know what I mean? I didn't start this shit with her. Also, I didn't start this shit with Mike Crawford either, because I went down a hole with Mike Crawford and I didn't say a fucking bad word about that guy. And if it even matters, I didn't say a bad word about Brian. I just said my experience with Brian in a professional way. This could have been done, pivoted, you know, but knowing Brian and what I know about Brian now, that was never going to happen. And honestly, it was a rookie move on my part because I didn't know what I was dealing with there. But like, I never said a bad word about Mike Crawford. I never said a bad word about Nan. I'm sorry. And also, it's not a bad word to say Karen did Aiden dirty by not doing an interview with him. That's not me saying anything bad about Karen Read. That's just me, like, I don't know. Everybody else can give their motherfucking opinion on the internet, but Jess Machado can't? No, sorry. We're in our opinion era. We can do whatever we want. And you know what? The reason is because the platform is bigger. So before, it's just like everything in my life. When nobody knows who I am, nobody cares. But what happens? I build up, I get people to listen to me. I influence people. People hear what I say, and then the platform gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then people start trying to shut me up, because we can't have people listening to Jess Machado. She's a fucking loser, degenerate, poor. Newsflash, everybody is like me in some way, shape, or form. Every day I get a message or something from besties. And if there's anything I've learned from those messages, is that I am just like every fucking buddy else. So why are these people trying to like make themselves to be better and different? Everybody is the same. We're all normal. We're all middle class. Let me read some comments. Did I say every bunny else? Jess, it wouldn't matter if you had said something. Spicy Misty, we're all out here just trying to afford meat. That would be great. Listen, in regards to meat, just so you know, South Park wins the internet again, but there's a clip going around, and it's I don't know when it was, but they're basically talking about the food pyramid, and they're trying to fix something with the vaccine or something. And somebody calls, or Cartman calls. You know, I can do a Cartman impression, right? Have we talked about this? Have we talked about this? This may have been one of the early 24 on 24s where I have a Cartman impression. It it comes into play here, but there's a South Park, and they call to like some, agency, government agency, and they're like, "We can't figure it out. We can't do it." And Cartman calls and he's like, "It's upside down." And they're like, "What?" And they're like, "The food pyramid, it's upside down." And they fucking change it and it's upside down. And they're like, "Oh my God, that's it." And fun fact, that's what we just did. And Bobby Kennedy Jr., has basically introduced this new food pyramid. And it's really just the old one, just flipped upside down, where meats, proteins are at the top. And so this is a very interesting thing. I just want to let you know. So put that aside. If you haven't seen it, I may have shared the Bobby Kennedy one because he shared it. So let's put that aside. So they've come out basically and they're saying, listen, this is this is the healthy way to go. You want proteins and meats at the top, not grains, right? They flipped it. And so this happens, what, a couple of days ago or whatever. So you guys know that I follow Ballerina Farm, and I've been following her for years, and I have her apron, and I talk about you can get a sourdough starter from her. And if you don't know, her husband, his last name is Nealon. Her name is Hannah Nealon. And the Nealon family, so her father-in-law started JetBlue, and they're multimillionaires. And they actually started JetBlue, ended up selling JetBlue, and now they own Breeze Airways. And so that's her in-laws. But they themselves started a business out on their farm in Utah, I believe. And Ballerina Farm basically now has a dairy farm, but they also sell beef. And they've been selling beef and meats for a while. And you can get a Ballerina box sent to your house. And I've been following her and Five Mary's Farms for years. And, again, if I become rich, there will be signs and I will get my meat delivered to me from Ballerina Farm. But one of the things that this is getting deep, but one of the things that I appreciated from these two social media accounts is the lifespan of processed meat, beef in particular, and the care that goes into cattle and how they cared for these animals as opposed to major corporations that are meat farms. And I'm not a vegetarian. I would never be a vegetarian. I appreciate the cycle of life and the food chain. However, it has been life-changing for me to watch how smaller companies take care of cattle and animals and how they're processed in a humane way and then are packaged for consumption by humans. And I appreciate it very much. And so these are companies that I think are poised to really make it big now that you have an administration that is talking about beef and meat, right? A couple of days before this whole announcement, Ballerina Farm, they have an Instagram account called Ballerina Farm Store, and they teased like a new ad, right? And I was like, "Oh, what are they doing? What's going on?" And they dropped the ad, I think the same day. So they must have known what was going on with the USDA. They must have been hearing the rumblings that they were going to change the food chain. I mean, the food pyramid and all this stuff like that, because they launched like this ad campaign around beef. And it made me pause because it really got my attention. And they were like, beef is the star of all of the meals. Beef is the star of your chili. Beef is the star of your tacos. Beef is the star in your hamburgers. Beef is the star in your spaghetti and meatballs. Beef, beef, beef. And I was just like, am I getting rallied up for fucking beef? And I was. I was getting excited about beef. And I am here for it. And I am thankful that there are people like Ballerina Farm and Five Mary's Farms that are family-based companies that are doing it right. And they're going to get their moment to shine, and let them fucking make money. Get these American farmers rich, please. Turn it into a conglomerate. So that's my take. I'm here for it. I'm happy for it. And listen, I'm here for change. I love the change. Listen, I'm not saying I had high hopes for Bobby Kennedy Jr. I knew what he was going to do. I knew. And I'm happy. I love it. I'm here for it. Everything is boring and stagnant and weird. And like, what the fuck is wrong with turning this into like, hey, we're going to focus on this, this, and this. Guys, maybe I'm going to get skinny. Who knows? Maybe. Doubtful. Listen, if it matters to anybody, just so you know, I'm not talking about it, but I am making changes in my consumption. I'm never giving up my coffee, but I am making changes in things because I want to lose weight for my daughter's wedding. And I've got 5 months. Unpopular opinion, I like ground beef over steak. How? How do you do it? Listen, Leslie, my obsession with rotisserie chickens is problematic. So I can't dig too deep into what happens with these rotisserie chickens, okay? I don't know where the chickens come from. I don't know what they inject them in, but a Stop and Shop or Walmart rotisserie chicken, I buy one, sometimes 2 a week. I leave it on the bone. I put it in my refrigerator, and I will eat just the chicken with this fat-free honey mustard dressing that I have in the refrigerator from Julia. And that I will just eat that like standing at my refrigerator. Like, I don't know what it is about these fucking rotisserie chickens, but they got me in some sort of chokehold, and I love them. Somebody once, maybe it was Jeff, sent me a video of somebody like eating a rotisserie chicken in their car. And yeah, it was Jeff. And he was like, it's you with rotisserie chicken. And I was like, I don't ever want to be that person where I just go get a chicken and sit in my car and then videotape it. But like, I love a good rotisserie chicken. I, I, l- I don't know. I like rotisserie chicken. Like, it's very satisfying with a little sauce. It's good. Somebody say they ate the whole rotisserie chicken? Girl interrupted. Son of a bitch, sign girl. Don't bring that into this conversation. So, Lauren, you made chicken pot pie with them. If I'm making a recipe like that, like I made those little chicken things one time, that's with rotisserie chicken. I make a buffalo chicken pasta, rotisserie chicken. Sometimes there is a sauce at Target. It's a lemon sauce. It's in what aisle is it in? I don't know. There's like a lemon sauce in a jar. I use that with rotisserie chicken and bow tie pasta and spinach. Rotisserie chickens, I just love them. But you know, there's a certain part of the rotisserie chicken we don't touch, right? You know, the bottom part and the front, right? Like down the bottom, we don't touch that. You know that, right? We stay away from that. Like we're taking one breast all the way, right? And then we can go to the other breast, right? And we take that. Then we're going to go to the leg because that's easy. And then we're going to go to the other leg. Then we're going to take, like in the front, that little part that has some over there too. But we don't go down the back on the bottom. We don't touch that. It gets jelly down there and we don't fucking like that. And we're not touching that. So it goes straight into the trash. We don't touch it. It's gross. That's like in Lion King where Simba asks, "What's that dark area over there?" We don't go there, son. We don't touch that part of the rotisserie chicken. I don't care. We're not touching that area. No back door, Ben Rosa. I don't even know what's underneath there. We just don't touch it. It's the jelly. We don't put our hands down there. Because quite honestly, you can have a rotisserie chicken and with your own paws, you can take the chicken breast part, you can get a little strip, dip it in some sauce, or if you're like me, you just take the honey mustard dressing and you pour it right onto that particular chunk of breast meat and you eat that and then you grab another piece and your hands are virtually clean, really. But not if you go underneath. You can't touch it. That's where the jelly lives, and we avoid that at all costs. You'll go blind. Don't even look at it. You never look at the rotisserie chicken jelly. I do. I give the skin to the puppies. Ooh, an English muffin with jelly right now. That sounds yummy. Yeah, good rotisserie chicken. So I've had them I've had a Costco one. I've had Stop and Shop. I've had Walmart and Market Basket. Market Baskets are really good. The skin is the best part. I give it to the doggos. Okay. Shaw's. I can't go to Shaw's, Lauren, because my stepfather lives near Shaw's, and I suspect that's where he does his grocery shopping, and I can't go there because if I see him, we don't know how we're going to react in public. Wait a second. I just saw a comment that I have to scroll back to. Mike Crawford said he was raised to tell a woman what to do. Safari Elvis number 36. That is not true. If it is, I would like proof of that because I will do a whole goddamn stream about it. Let me tell you something. I don't want to get too much into it, but I have a husband who, well, I mean, that's it right there. I have a husband, okay? And as you can probably tell, I am a very opinionated woman who also likes to do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. And I understand more than anybody how difficult it must be to be my life partner. And not me, no, me. And what I think is it's peak masculinity when my husband lets me do what I want to do with this life. Like, my husband understands my flaws. He knows I make mistakes. He understands I bring drama. He understands that the things that I do sometimes cause problems for our family. But my husband understands my heart. He understands how I think about things. And I think that's strength and that's peak masculinity when my husband not lets me and doesn't even step out of the way, silently stands behind me while I do what I want to do. And When someone crosses a line, he is the first person to get in there and fucking swing his dick around. It's very rare because what Jeff basically does is looks at what can Jessica handle and what can Jessica not handle. And I think Jeff really has seen over the past 13 years that there isn't anything that I can't handle. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes when we get into arguments about like when I had all those court cases, right? And he never went to court with me. He wouldn't take a day off from court to go to court with me. And, you know, if we've been in an argument, he only went on the last one. Ironically, he was there for the last one because he knew I was prepared and he probably knew that I was going to win the one with my restraining order that had been going on for years. He knew I was prepared. He knew I was going to win. And so he went. But like sometimes in arguments, I would say, you know, this is going back 5 years, these court cases. I would say, you know, you never fucking came, you never went with me. And don't tell him I said this, but like his reasoning for that made sense. I just never wanted to admit it to him. But he was like, you don't fucking need me for that shit. You don't need me. You can handle it. Now, does that not mean that I don't want him there and I don't want to feel better or supported? I don't know. It's tough love. I'm not really even sure. I have no idea. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know. Like, if that's true that somebody else is in here and is basically saying, not basically saying, but somebody dropped the comment that Mike Crawford said he was raised to tell women what to do. I need that. I need that clip. Find it. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I think Jeff is a really great example of a man. You know, he served our country from high school. He joined the army. You know, yeah, I don't know. I just that's a weird thing for somebody to say. You know what I mean? Not sure how I feel about that. Cajun Butterfly, you know my favorite life mantra is I do what I please and I do it with ease. I do what I want within normal limits. Mistress Carrie. Um, yeah, I mean, sometimes the difficult ones are the best ones. You have a Jeff. Listen, Jeff is, I'll tell you exactly what happened yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday, but at some point yesterday afternoon, Jeff couldn't find something. Now, who knows what it is? A lighter, his cigarettes, his phone, his work phone. I have absolutely no idea what Jeff was looking for. But Jeff was tearing the house apart. And when I asked, what are you looking for? He said, nothing. And then, so we had just come home from our shopping, Georgia and I, from our trip to Salvation Army and grocery store. And Jeff is, oh, I can tell. I walk in the house and doors are open, cabinet doors, basement doors, things are being destroyed. And there's just no fucking helping him. If you try to help him, it gets worse. If you don't help him, he's mad because you're not helping him. Like, he is just, I don't know. I have no idea. Also, Jeff is really tough with extracting emotion from him. Something is changing in him. He's softening. And I don't really know what's going on. Maybe it's because he's getting older. He's 42, 43. He's 43. He's 43. He's getting older. The other day, so do you guys remember our dryer broke? So our dryer broke and we were going to buy a new one. But before that, I said we should have somebody come and take a look and see if it can get fixed. Now, I don't know exactly what it was, but we did have somebody come out and it indeed cannot be fixed. And so we are going to be buying a new dryer this month. But in the meantime, once a week, we wash all our laundry and we go to the laundromat. And by we, I mean my husband. I wash all the clothes. Jeffrey will go and dry it. And it's right near our house. Then he'll go back and pick it up. And then he brings it home and I fold it and, disperse it amongst the people in the household. Jeff comes back from the laundromat the other day. And I'm in the kitchen cooking because that's what I do. And this man is standing there and he's like crying. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? And he's like, I'm not saying this for any other reason other than because we're talking about Jeffrey. This isn't about like clout or anything. I'm not doing this for this reason. Now I'm thinking, should I even tell it? But like, just so you know, the reason I'm telling it is because we're talking about Jeff being he's mean. So, and this just happened a couple of days ago. So he comes in, he's crying. And I was like, what happened? And he's just like, so I was at the laundromat and I saw a woman. Now, this is on brand for Jeffrey because he's fucking a chit chatter, just like his wife. And he's like, I see a woman and she's folding her laundry and it's an Eagles shirt or sweatshirt or something Eagles. And he's like, oh, you got an Eagles fan in your house? And she's like, oh, it's my son. And Jeff's like, oh, wow, that's great. And she apparently tells him that on Thanksgiving or right around Thanksgiving, their house caught on fire. And she's a single mom with 2 teenage boys. And the house caught on fire. I don't know where in the house, but they didn't have time to get anything. But he went to go grab a jersey. So maybe it was a jersey, an Eagles jersey. But he went to go grab another jersey. And he grabbed that, and that's all he got out of the house. And he grabbed the jersey of his friend who passed away last year, who played on a team with him. And I'm not going to get into that, but he grabbed the jersey or whatever. And apparently Jeff and her had this little conversation or whatever. And in the moment, my husband said, I've got a jersey for your son. Now, he's telling me this story. And I would venture to say, if somebody said, Jeff, it's either your wife or all of your Eagles jerseys. Jeffrey's picking the Eagles jerseys. As long as it's a lot of them, he's like all of them, he'll pick the jerseys over me. And he's telling me the story. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're going to go buy a fucking kid a jersey? Like, I was like, okay, but like, I don't get paid until like the 21st of January, but like, what, whatever. And he's like, no, I'm going to go give him a jersey. And I went, one of your jerseys? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to give him the McNabb jersey. And I went, you're going to give him your McNabb jersey? I'm like, what? And he's crying. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, dude, listen, is this something that I would do? 100%. Is this something Jeffrey Machado would do? Never. He would just be like, this is very sad. And he would probably never talk about it again. This guy is standing in my kitchen crying. And I'm like, okay. And he goes downstairs and he comes up and he brings up the fucking McNabb jersey and a hat. And he's like, I got to go drop this off Saturday at this location. And I went, okay. You all right? That McNabb jersey was Jeff's before I ever met him. It's one of his first Eagle jerseys. It's worn. It's not like a new jersey. And I was like, you sure you don't want to give him the Carson Wentz one? We wore that for a half of a season and he didn't even win the Super Bowl. We're not going to give up the Nick Foles jersey, Big Dick Nick, but like I couldn't believe it. and it's sitting on my dining room table, and he's given it to this kid. So I don't know if this is with age or whatever, but I see the heart that my husband has. It's always been there. Obviously, I wouldn't marry him if it wasn't there. But Jeff has anger issues, and he's an angry guy. Anger is his default emotion for anything. Like if Jeff is having a bad day and he comes into the car and he's putting on the heat, he's hitting the buttons really hard, like for no reason. And I'm just not like that. I'm like very like we start every day with like peace. You know what I mean? Some days I choose evil, but you get the point. But he's softening, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm seeing signs of a soft man in there somewhere, which again, peak masculinity as far as I'm concerned. Let's read some questions. Let's read some statements here. I'd give up Wentz jersey in a heartbeat. It's too late. He's given up the McNabb jersey. Now you love the shit out of him. I know. Men get softer as older. I talk about it all the time because I don't want to seem disingenuous. First of all, I love Jeffrey very much, but we had some real problems, and there was certainly a time where I thought maybe things would be better if we weren't living together for a while. And he not probably felt the same way, definitely felt the same way. A lot of external factors and things that come into play, which make it even harder. But I'm happy if I see changes and I see things, you know what I mean? So as long as there's a little bit of that, I'm okay. I will say, it's certainly great to have somebody that doesn't give me a hard time about this. You know what I mean? This is and I have to say, like this past year, Jeff's not going to go out on the world and he's going to say, my wife is the smartest and the best and she does all of this, this, and this. His way of saying that is like, okay, I'm going to give you a year to really try to build your brand and figure this out. And I think you have talent and I think you're good at it. And so, we're going to push through it. And it's been a couple years of that. You know what I mean? We got a car repoed. We didn't. We beat the repo, but you know what I mean? Like it sucked. Is there a super chat for $100 in there? Is that G.I. Josie Lou? Thank you, bestie. I appreciate when the chat highlights the super chats for me because on my phone, I just can't see them. But I know you guys can see them on your phones, so thank you for that. Let's make a rotisserie chicken from scratch. 20-minute prep, 40 minutes in the oven. Find and befriend a butcher. We used to have Brightman Poultry in this area, and those were by far the best, but they are no more. They had potatoes and, oh my God, it was so good. Thank you, G.I. Josie Lou. Why are you crying? Don't cry. The rotisserie talk. I mean, we can't underestimate a good rotisserie. Oh, Boston Market was also so good. Can I ship you a few fresh frozen chickens we butchered this summer? Sure. Fun fact. I watched videos on Ballerina Farm and Five Mary's farms on killing chickens and butchering them and plucking them, and you dip them in the hot water, and I'm for it. I'm 100% convinced I could live off the land. It is a running joke in my mom group that all I really want in life is a dairy cow. That's all I really wanted. Chickens and a dairy cow. And now listen, we know what kind of life Julia is going to be having, right? We see it already. I also envision what kind of a life Georgia is going to have, and that is my chance for chickens and a dairy cow. I have 100% confidence Georgia will have chickens. 100%. But it is possible that she may have the land where we can get a dairy cow. And if there is a dairy cow, I will milk her twice a day and I will make all of the things: butter, cheese, yogurt, cream cheese, everything. You can make everything. Erin Ashley, I need land. Not going to get it in Massachusetts, but outside of that, yes. Land. I'm too old for it. I 100% appreciate my age, which Brian LTL so lovingly added in his descriptions yesterday when he said, "This is 50-year-old Jessica Machado." I'm 49, sir. I'm not 50. When I am 50, you'll know it. It's going to be a big fucking bash. But I'm old enough and also just not healthy enough where I could work off the land. So I am investing everything I have into Georgia. I see super chats, one for $13.99 and one for $4.99. Thanks, besties. I hope you all can say thank you to them or write their comments. I can't see it. I'm investing in Georgia, essentially. I'm going to need, you filled him with joy over the guitar and pup, and now his cup runneth over. I will say Jeffrey is somewhat of a changed man, with the guitar. It is all consuming. And I see no end in sight, to be quite honest with you. I envision it is June, the pool is open, and every day after work, Jeffrey will be on the pool deck with his guitar. He used to be on the pool deck with just his music, but now he will have the guitar, and that's pretty much that. Jack joined a band. Well, they're trying to form a band. And I don't know if I talked about this, but I was very happy. So, like, we're getting there. Like, we're getting there. Like, the visions I have for my children, based on me paying deep attention to them and what they love and what they want, I've always envisioned that Jack would have a job that was minimal interaction with humans and then would always be able to join some sort of a band. And it turns out like that's a pretty hard thing to do, to get everybody on the same page with schedules and people you know or whatever. And I'm very grateful that Jack's friend, Johnny, had these other people and they needed someone to come play drums, and Jack has joined. And so because of the holidays, it was a little disjointed. But I gotta say, they're back on fucking track. Yesterday, the kid calls me and he's like, "Do we have a 3-hole punch at our house?" And I'm gonna tell you something. I have every single solitary thing a person could have or use in my house somewhere. And God damn it, I don't have a 3-hole punch. And I was like, "Why?" And he said, "We printed out sheet music for songs that we are practicing, and I want to put it in a binder." And I was like, "I have page protectors and binders." And he's like, "No, no, I want it." And I was like, "Okay." So he went and bought a 3-hole punch and a binder, and he came home with sheet music. And he's like, "We're practicing these songs." And I was like, "Oh, is this like, I'm sorry, are you guys going to go out somewhere and perform? Because that is like my dream situation. Like, what are you doing tonight?" "I'm just going to go watch Jack and his friends play at this bar. They got a gig this weekend." Like, add it to my obituary. Jessica liked to spend her time going to see her son Jack perform in his band at local bars and restaurants. Just write it now. Write it now. Um, I hope the band doesn't break up. Like, stay together. So anyway, I just love it. Thursdays. Can you imagine if my son gets a gig? Can you imagine? And then can you imagine Jeff's going to be in the gig? Like, Clarkson's Farm on Prime with Georgia. It's addicting. Farm. Okay. There's a livestock farm auction in Fairhaven. Goats are cheap when you have adult money. Goats. What do we do with goats, though? What do you do with goats? Your son plays the drums every damn day. Yeah, Jack does too. Or the guitar. Jack already has bunny groupies. We play with them. When I said live off the land, I didn't mean playing with goats. When I was a kid, God damn it, every single time there's a story. Something in this group chat like unlocks a memory. Okay, does anybody remember the store Peerless? I think it was called Peerless. Does anybody remember Peerless? It was at the North Dartmouth Mall. And I don't know if there were multiple Peerlesses. Oh, you can make cheese with goat milk. Okay, Peerless. Okay, perfect. So there was a store called Peerless at the North Dartmouth Mall. And I will say, while I am not a consumer, I was raised in a consumer family. My mother and my stepfather were big consumers. When my mother and my stepfather got married, we went from being both of them being poor and living in the projects to living in the Highlands, and they had a lot of money. And we went to Catholic school. We always vacationed Vermont, New Hampshire. I mean, I'm sorry, not a lot of money. Like we're getting on planes and traveling all over the place, but we had the most money for anybody in our family. I can tell you that, and so my mom shopped a lot, a lot. And there was a store called Peerless, and inside Peerless, you guys know Liz Claiborne, correct? Well, in the 80s, yes, we went to Cherry and Webb all the time downtown. I can still envision what the Cherry and Webb looked like downtown on North Main Street, and those elevators, the old elevators to get up to the second floor, or sometimes we would go. But when you walked into the Cherry and Webb in Fall River on North Main Street, the jewelry was there, and my mother used to buy jewelry from the case. And she had jewelry to match every single solitary costume jewelry, but nice costume jewelry to match every single outfit that she wore to work. My mom worked for the school department as a secretary for many, many years at the administration building, and my mother dressed phenomenal, just phenomenal. So Peerless had Liz Claiborne clothing and purses, but in the 80s, Liz Claiborne had a company called Liz Kids, and it was a kids clothing line. And as you can imagine, my mother went berserk for it. And I remember a outfit I had by Liz Kids. It was pink and green. So I would say more like a magenta pink and more of like a Kelly green, not like the Maybelline mascara pink and green combo. You know what I'm talking about, but more of an 80s magenta and a little bit of a deeper green with white. And the top and the shorts had the same pattern, but they were reversed. So the top might have been pink with white or white with pink, and the shorts, whatever. It was squiggly and then it had some green. I don't even know. Listen, I wore this on a field trip to the zoo one time, and a goat came over to me and jumped on me, and his hoof got caught in the pocket and ripped the pocket right off of my Liz Kids shirt. Mr. Monk's understudy, do not get me started on a spree. Don't. You know what? I've never talked about this. Yes, the Cherry and Webb building in Fall River. I've never talked about this, but you know what? Now that I have this whole army of besties here, can I blow my nose for a second and then I'm going to ask? Hold on. Okay. First of all, Esprit, my absolute favorite. Wait a second. Wait. Wait. This is why we can never get the fuck off. Listen, remember I told you the story about my doctor, Dr. Ali? And remember I told you the story about his two daughters. One was the optometrist, one was the anesthesiologist, and she died. And this was my OBGYN, and he delivered my kids, but he also did my
my endometriosis surgery. Do we remember that? Hold on, we're going to go back to Esprit. But remember I told you about him. And some of you in the chat were like, yes, I know Dr. Ali. He was my doctor. And some people even messaged me that they worked for him. Okay, are you ready for this? His wife owned the Benetton in the Swansea Mall. There was a Benetton store in the Swansea Mall, and his wife owned it. Like, you had to be like a proprietor or something like that. Like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like a franchisee. Dr. Ali's wife owned the Benetton in the Swansea Mall, which, by the way, I used to shop at all the time. All the fucking time. Erin, I know. So Benetton was life. I can still feel and see that store and what it looks like. So many of my parts of my like 8th grade year revolved around Benetton. I had an orange Benetton pencil case. I wore a Benetton shirt and a Benetton skirt to my 8th grade graduation. Just Benetton was life. But Benetton rugbies were everything. We each had one. Mine was the white with the green. Titi and Mima both had the white with the blue. I do not think my younger sister had one. I don't know, but Benetton was life. I spent a lot of time on eBay just looking at Benetton rugbies. I never pulled the trigger on it because those are expensive, but you know what? Like I said, once these paychecks come in, there will be signs. What's the first thing, Jessica, that you bought when you got your big paycheck from YouTube for January? Well, I went on eBay and I found a old, used, worn Benetton rugby. Esprit was also something very nostalgic to me. I loved Esprit thing. I wasn't into clothes. I didn't have the style, but thankfully we had TT and my mother that had the style and they picked it out. And so I always looked great. But the Benetton rugbies were life. But there is one thing in my childhood that I cannot find. And I will tell you right now, first of all, does anybody else do this? I need to know. Do other people have like, we've talked about this, like I'm sorry, did somebody just fucking say bedazzled? I can't see it. Did somebody say bedazzled? There was a store in the mall called Bedazzled. I'm going to cry. It was the best store. No, this store was called Bedazzled. So I have Bedazzling, but there was a store called Bedazzled, not the same. Swansea Mall had a Bedazzled. It was in the corner. Not to be confused with a Bedazzler, but it had a store called Bedazzled. It's probably what like Claire's is today, but it was Swatch watches. We're going down a fucking hole. We are going down a hole. Swatch watches. I remember exactly what mine looks like. So my thing here is I moved around a lot and nothing came with. So like these are things that are, as a kid, they were just gone. I don't know where they went. My mother or my stepfather made a decision to get rid of it wherever we moved and I don't have it. You know what I mean? This is why I keep things. I'm nostalgic for things. I buy old things because I don't have anything from my childhood. Like I don't have anything. I don't have a stuffed animal. I don't have an artwork. I have nothing from my childhood. So I'm very particular about like making sure my children have reminders so that when they see something or touch something, it brings them back to a time in their life that was good and happy. And like, for example, so during the school year when my kids were little, color guards. Yep. So when my kids were little, I would, you know, hand pick art projects or things that were important, especially end of the year stuff. And I would put it in like sometimes a box or a tote in my closet or their closet or whatever. And at the end of the year, I would take that stuff and put it in their book bag and then seal the book bag and store the book bag. So I have now, if it was the same book bag for a couple years, same thing, we just pull it out. But I have their book bags from when they were little, and in the book bag are things that were important from that year, whether it was sports or whatever, and it's all packed in a backpack, and then the backpacks are in a tote. And so if my kids wanted to, they could go and open up the shit and look at it and see stuff from when they were little. I don't have that, and I wish I had those things to touch. I wish I had those things to look at and those memories. So I save things in a, for them in a responsible way, like toys that are, will invoke nostalgia. With that being said, yes, I spend a lot of time looking at old things on the internet, but back to what I was saying. I found my Swatch watch online. Like, I know I could buy one if I wanted to. That exists, but there is one goddamn thing that I can't find. So I have a godmother. She lives out in Kansas City, Missouri. She didn't always live out there. She lived here. And every year for our birthday, she would take us to Newport, remember, to either Brick Alley Pub or to Christie's. And we'd go out and she'd always buy us like a gift. And they were very memorable gifts or whatever. Now, TT's not listening because she has a real job. I can't remember if she bought us this or my mother bought this for our birthday. But in 8th grade, my birthday's in March 15th. In 8th grade, we got a purse for our birthday. TT and I, still crazy enough, twins in 8th grade, still getting the same shit, but different colors. And I remember it was my favorite purse of all time. It was a Perry Ellis purse. Perry Ellis America, I believe. I don't know. But it was a kind of a canvas purse. It had a strap so it could go crossbody. And it was white with Kelly green and black and yellow stripes. The thick stripe was Kelly green, and then the thin stripe on the side was yellow, and then thin stripe black, and then bigger white, okay? TT got the exact same purse in a khaki white and black combination. We got the purse in March, and my mother said, you can't use that purse yet because it's still cold. It's a spring summer purse. So it hung on the door handle of our bedroom until one day my mother deemed that it was appropriate weather and we could start wearing it. And it was my absolute favorite purse. I have no idea what happened to it. It's possible it never even made it to Pennsylvania when we moved a year and a half later. I have no idea what I don't remember packing shit from my move. I don't remember. I honestly believe we were at my grandparents' house and my mother and my stepfather just packed up our whole house. I'll have to confer with TT, but I do not remember anything about packing up our childhood home to move to Pennsylvania. I don't remember being a part of it. I don't remember anything. It's possible I don't even remember saying goodbye to it because we didn't, or maybe it was so traumatic I blocked it out. Certainly something I should ask my sister, but I have never been able to find this purse in every store I've gone into, every online. I can't find it. I've tried 1,000 different combinations on the internet, like Perry Ellis canvas purse, Perry Ellis 80s purse, vintage purse, green and striped purse. I cannot find this Perry Ellis purse. So you know what to do. Starter jackets. Grandma Ninja, we're birthday twins. Does anybody remember the Reebok high tops that you could change color on the sides? Oh my God, Varney. Oh my God, I had a Varney t-shirt. I got it in Newport. Oh my God, I loved my Varney t-shirt. Oh my God, I completely forgot. Skids. I got a pair of Skids. Speaking of TT, she called and speaking of TT, she called and said, pick her up. She wants to go find Pyrex. We're not doing that today. Reebok half high tops with one Velcro strip. I never had a pair of Reeboks, but I remember my sophomore year of high school, we moved to Pennsylvania and we got to pick out shoes and I got a pair of Fila's. I haven't heard the name Varney in a long time. I did have a Hypercolor t-shirt. I used to peg my jeans, of course. Shell toes were your gem. I got a pair of Vans, burgundy Vans, I think in 7th or 8th grade. Always pegged my jeans. Oh my God, I had a members only jacket too. You had the black and teal Fila's. Mine were white and kind of like leathery with nothing on the side, but just the Fila symbol on the side. Oh my God, I had K-Swiss too. Shut the fuck up. I completely forgot about those. Wait. Oh my God, I completely forgot about my K-Swiss sneakers. Shit. Oh, my parents wouldn't let me see Cavaricci jeans. Those were for the whores. I'm kidding. Oh, Varney. Fry boots. Lucky you. I had a Swatch watch. Oh my God. I had Tretons too. I had light pink Tretons. So funny about the Tretons because like nobody I knew had Tretons. Like nobody. And for some reason, TT wanted them and we got them. Fry boots are amazing. You're lucky. Cyber Chick Boston. Can you guys please do me a favor? Go follow Cyber Chick and give her a sub on her channel. It's worth it. Not only for anything, but she's just such a good person and she's so wholesome and she's just really trying to build her channel and she sees just growth and she celebrates it. And I'm just really happy for her that, you know, and I said to her yesterday, she called me and she was like, I just got 5 things I want to go over with you, like about this and things that I need to do. And I appreciate her always being here. But I told her, she was saying, the other day I was thinking I should just go live. And oh, no, I didn't. And like, I tried to encourage her, just go live. Just go live. What's the worst thing can happen? You're done. You watch it. You don't like it. You can edit a part out of it. I don't do that, but you can. Or, you know, if you put your social security number on, you can edit that out like I did. And then if you don't like it, delete it. You never know what's going to stick. And she's just so great. C. Cavaricci jeans were for horse. Guess jeans. I had a pair of Guess jeans, Stonewash. Keds. I had a pair of Keds, white Keds. Remember, there were regular Keds, but then there were the white Keds that had like the navy blue symbol on the side. It was like a crest. We had those. Thank you, Cajun Butterfly. I loved, oh my God. Did somebody say topsiders? Forenza shirts. Oh my God, we're going down such a fucking hole. So my book bag, my freshman year of high school, was one of those bags from the Express. They look like a fucking, like a tote that like a sailor had. It was like round at the bottom and then it came to the top and you pulled it closed. That was my book bag for freshman year. Oh, you had the Eastland Mocs. Oh, Bum Equipment sweatshirts. I didn't get to wear those. Did you guys have E-Sleep pajamas? I mean, you must have had E-Sleeps. I had a big oversized like shirt one. It was turquoise with purple. There's a lot of pictures of TT and I. Can you imagine us being like 13, 14 years old, still dressing alike? Army surplus stores. So did I. My book bag for 8th grade was an old Army backpack. White Keds, pegged jeans. I used a Le Sport sack for a book bag. So Georgia and I were at Salvation Army yesterday, and they had just put out like 7 Le Sport sacks of all different kinds. And so just because of who I am as a person, I took a picture of each one and then reverse Google image it. And honestly, you could make a mint off of these. I'm not in my era like that anymore, but I will tell you, like there were Le Sport sacks for $6 on the rack that are going for like $50 on Mercari or whatever. I can't do that anymore. But Hard Rock Cafe t-shirts were huge. Yes. Wilson's leather bomber jacket. Listen, the year my grandpa died in 1987 is the year that we got an Apple IIgs computer and we got our leather bomber jackets and an outfit from Lerner, a long skirt with a shirt, and my leather bomber jacket I could wear to the funeral. But no, that was my stepfather's mother, I think, that year, eighth grade or 7th grade. My leather bomber jacket was everything. Everything. I love Lerner. Yep. You had an Apple IIgs. I have our Apple IIgs in my dining room right now, washed, cleaned, and set up on a shelf. I just need some floppy disks. It works. You can turn it on. You know what? I should probably try to find like Zany Golf or something like that. I have the keyboard. I have both disk drives, the soft disk and the hard disk, the monitor, the keyboard, and I have the printer. It's in my dining room. When I go in, I'll show it to you. 579. I was always, well, my nickname was Porky, so as you can imagine, I could never shop at 579. Paid for my white Wilson leather jacket with layaway. Slouch socks. Uh-oh, Meows is leaving the house. Let's gauge whether or not he's in a good mood. You know how I can tell? Is his mouth slightly open or closed or smiling? When his mouth is slightly open, it's almost just like he's protesting the world. We're going to wait. He just forgot something, so he's going back inside. Hold on. Noodles, Mama, you don't have to miss layaway. TT talked to everybody about Klarna and Afterpay. Mouth is slightly open. We're not in a good mood. Didn't even get a hello. Okay. Go regulate your emotions and then come back. He literally just walked by. I opened the window and he's like, I'll be back. See what I mean? Peak masculinity. I did not have the car on, Erin Ashley. Believe me, I know. As much as I want to be in my cozy car with the heat on, there's nothing that Jeff Machado hates more is me sitting in my fucking car wasting gas. He looks good though today. He's got on my favorite Carhartt sweatshirt. It's like the orange rust one with jeans. Jeff is definitely not a soy boy. Are you kidding? I feel bad for anybody he has to interact with between now and when he like regulates his emotions. I have no idea. Oh, he didn't even turn the music on in the truck. Grouch. Grouchy. Come back when you're in a better mood. It's Friday. Jesus Christ. I'm like, Jazz, it's Friday. Let's fucking go. Let's do something. Let's go have a meal. Let's go have a drink. Let's go to the casino. Going to the casino. Next time we're gonna kidnap TT one day and do that, and we'll make sure it's alive. Did we have service merchandise up north? You bet your ass we did, Grandma Ninja. You spend more money on your coffee than any amount of gas you could possibly burn idling in your driveway. Listen, RBB, that's not true because one of the besties gifted me a lovely $100 gift certificate. And so I have sprinkled in with paying for my beverages the gift certificate. It is done now. I think there's only like $4 left on it. But thanks to a bestie, no, I didn't. You shush it. Whose side are you on, RBB? I'm ignoring you, Ray for Dallas. I'm sorry. Don't try to get attention. Don't drop your fucking black muscle emoji in my chat and expect me to fucking say hi to you. You allowed those two fucking whores to do fucking live streams on your channel about me. What do you want me to do? You want me to high five you? I didn't have a problem with you, Ray for Dallas. Why you do me dirty like that? I would never, Ray for Dallas, I would never let someone use my big, massive platform to come on here and go on a fucking truth journey about you. Never. What do you want me to say, Ray for Dallas? Who's on next? Who do you got up on the docket? What are you gonna, next thing you're gonna let fucking LTL come on? What do you, look at everybody telling me to be nice. Be nice. I'm just kidding. I really have no beef with Ray for Dallas. I give zero fucks about that. I don't care what. We're gonna care about Lindsay and Altman. I don't care. He's still a fan. I'm just kidding. I really don't care. It's fine. You did me dirty. You let them go on. Let's take this walk, Jess. Fine, Ray from Dallas. Let's take this walk. I was mad at you. I mean, I was mad at you. My thing here is if you want to talk shit about me, then build your own platform. Like, let's give it to 5150. She's building her own platform. She's getting the numbers. She's doing her shit. But they're using you to get to me? Meh. Is somebody telling me to walk off a pier? The chat's going too fast. Yeah, Ray for Dallas. When am I going to be a guest on your show? I hope everybody can tell I'm not being serious about Ray for Dallas. Is it coming off as serious? I see somebody saying, be nice to Ray. Come back when you find the Perry Ellis purse. I'm just joking. Please. Oh my God. Somebody please fix it. I'm not being serious. Love Ray from there we go. I can see it. He gets it. Thank God. Okay. We don't need any more. I don't need any more enemies. I sound like I'm teasing. Okay, thank you. Ray, if you could do me a favor, I am looking for a very specific 1989 Perry Ellis purse with green, white, black, and yellow stripes on it. It was probably purchased at Apex in 1989 or 1990. If you could find that for me, that would be great. Thank you. Spicy Misty knows I'm totally teasing. All right, we hit the 2-hour mark. I don't know what's going on today, but there are a lot of people watching today. Is there nobody else doing anything? Is everything, what's going on? I have 3,655 people currently watching on my side. I don't know what that looks like on YouTube, but I love that. It's a really nice Friday. The sun has come out. What's the temp out here? I'm going to turn the car on just to see. What are we dealing with for temperature? We are looking at 32. Forget it. Forget it. Turtle Boy is doing a members only on Fridays now. In the mornings or at night? Did he change from Thursday to, is that the sex club culty thingy? Check your text messages before you go for a laugh. I will. It's 30 and sunny at work. I'll take it. What's the members only for Aiden that you're talking about? The bus stop live is going to be a members only on Fridays or Thursday. It's his daily morning show, bus stop live from his kids' bus stop. I know that, but are you saying that that is going to be members only now for the bus stop live? So Fridays, members only, bus stop live. Ah, people are making moves, huh? That's interesting. Still sex call on Thursday, members only on Friday. Got it. Yes, he needs a member show. Well, I shaking up the landscape. Obviously I had been talking about the members only thing because I really feel like I don't like excluding anybody. I really don't fucking like excluding anybody. It feels weird. I want everybody to be able to talk and chat and do FaceTimes with me. But I don't know who the bestie was that suggested that the Sunday live stream I did when cooking would be the best thing for members only, and I agree. So the Sunday lives, if I do them cooking, will be members only. And then I did that whole thing in the December situation where I said, you know, you've got to be a member of this one member thing, the $4.99. That was at the suggestion with Jimmy. Maybe Jimmy is talking to Aiden about that too, but I look at Jimmy. Jimmy's the one changing the landscape, getting everybody in line. And then that son of a bitch is going to change it all for all of us. And we're all going to be like, wait, what? Now you're mixing it up again. I don't have mentors in this industry. I listen, follow, and watch what other people do to get my structure. Well, not really. I do what I want. And then I kind of like go and see if I can tweak it or whatever. But it was Jimmy's suggestion, like to do a members one thing because I had all the tiers. And by the way, it was YouTube that told me do all the tiers, do $1.99, $5.99, whatever. I don't know. I just did what YouTube told me to do. But then I changed it and I think it's better that way. And then we had a lot of people that changed over. I'd still like to get more members, but I think everybody here is. But listen, it's some things are a little organic. We're going to do a members only political show. That is a definite. That's when I'm going to be the hard Republican bitch that I am in my heart. And you're going to have to pay for that for some people because that doesn't necessarily need to be for all of the besties. Do you know what I mean? So, but the regular political show starts next week on Tuesday. And that is, that's just regular at noon on Tuesdays. Okay, so good morning, Ruth, who's just getting here. I also can gift out memberships. Somebody was 99 cents. So just so you know, I love that idea. 99 cents to me is great. I have problems charging people for memberships, like from a personal standpoint. From a business standpoint, it's necessary. But I will tell you, like, if I could do, I mean, look at it this way. If I have 8,000 subscribers right now, I don't even know how many I have. Where am I at? I don't know. If I have 9,000 subscribers and half of them do the 99 cents, that's $4,000 a month. You know what I mean? Just in very easy 99 cents. I would like to do that. I'm just not sure. I try things out and see how it works. I don't know. I just don't know how to handle any of the things. It's only with trying things and figuring it out and then taking so when did we start this $5 thing? In December? It must have been December. We're going to get a couple months under our belt and we're going to see how that works. You know what I mean? And then look at metrics and then we'll figure it out. 8.96 subscribers. Yay. That's great. I think the political show is going to move it up. I think there are people who aren't listening to Bunny After Dark, but will be listening to the politics. I would venture to say that after 1 month of the political show, we'll have hit 10,000 subscribers. I think that's my take. That's what I'm thinking based on what I am doing. Just 40 more to 9K. I mean, I haven't even really pushed it on Facebook. Maybe I'll go and do that today on my regular Facebook pages. I'm going to read all of these comments because I really would like to hear what everybody says. We only need 40 people. Well, there's a lot of people watching. Can you just go hit subscribe and then we'll get 9,000? Dude, I won't get off until we hit 9,000. We got to wait for the mail anyway. I'm kidding. I'm not staying on here that long. Famous last words. We're getting off today. Then somebody, okay, bye everybody. I'm just going to say bye now. Bye everybody. We're leaving. Okay. Bye. And then somebody's going to come on here in 30 minutes and they're going to be like, oh, I just came back from a dentist appointment and you're still here. Figures. Subscribing is free. You're my only subscription. Nona Gigi? Sphinx. We are getting off today. When am I getting my iPad, woman? The day I get paid. Ray from Dallas, Dennis the Mouse, LTL, put your big boy boots on. What? Ray, we don't talk like that in here. We use big words. Those are fighting words. We already talked about them. We already raked them. What is Maura Healey's name going to be when she listens? So I just want to, can I just tell you a secret? So when Congressman Jake Auchincloss's team emailed me and asked if I was going to be in the area when the congressman was here back in January or February to do an interview with him, I spoke with the team person that messaged me. And this is probably a little old story, but at the time I had just gotten fired from Fall River Reporter, but they messaged me, emailed me. And so I remember reading it and I'm going, this sucks. They're only messaging me because I work for Fall River Reporter and they want me to whatever. So, not like I would ever not be honest about it, but I messaged back and I said, I really am flattered that you guys are asking me to interview the congressman. However, I, no longer work for Fall River Reporter. So if you meant for this interview to go to Fall River Reporter, I can happily connect you with Mike and whatever. And I was very surprised that the response was, no, we want you to do the interview. And I was like, oh, okay. And during my conversations with them, either before or after, I learned that they have someone for the congressman that basically just watches all the social media. So someone works for the congressman who watches everything I post, not just me, but everything that gets posted. They've probably got someone listening to this right now. When you are someone who has a platform that is substantial like mine, and I know it's not huge, but people listen and can influence votes. Politicians listen. So while Maura Healey herself is not listening, good morning to her staffer who is, because they watch everything. And I can tell you that they flat out told me they watch my post. As a matter of fact, I put up a post in regards to the interview and there was like an error in something and they texted me and were like, can you make sure, can you clarify that? Just, it wasn't an error, but they wanted me to reframe something. And that was really pretty much when I was just like, yeah, I don't work for you. I'm not here to help you get votes. I think you're a loser. You're ruining our state. And you don't understand the regular Massachusetts family or person. And so no, thank you. I never even published the whole article ever. Maybe I'll bring it up. Maybe I'll play the audio. Huh. On the political show, I'll just play the audio. So yes, they listen. Maura Healy will have a staffer listening. 100. 100. Okay. Let's hit 10,000 subs before Jess leaves us. Oh, we cannot hit 10,000 today. However, we will. I can see that happening. And that's that. I did post a picture of the magnets from the Horizon social chart. Ray for Dallas, you have one. You look good in it. Your emoji, because we don't know what you really look like. But thank you to our bestie, and we're going to talk about her. And she actually has this as a little side gig. And so if you have or need anything, we're going to share all our details on the Saturday show tomorrow. Tomorrow we are doing the Horizon social chart. I know that is a Bunny After Dark thing, but we have it, and I'm not waiting until next Wednesday. So tomorrow we are doing the Horizon social chart with our new magnets. We are elevating this. Expo markers are a thing of the past. We are trendsetters here. These magnets are life. They are everything. And we can move them around as behaviors see fit. I cannot wait. I didn't see a text yesterday, but there's a girly in the chat. It's Wendy. It's Soroyce. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but she's in the chat. It's so funny. In the Facebook group, I was scrolling and there was a picture of a lamb chop puppet, and I didn't know it was Wendy. I just said, I was like, deliver this to my house immediately. I didn't know it was her. And then it was late last night. I looked at my text and she was like, I had it on Do Not Disturb, so I didn't see it. And she was like, hey, I'm home. I can come and bring you the lamb chop thing. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was her. And also, I hope she didn't mean like, please come and drop it off. Wait, what do we do when there is a new character who doesn't have a magnet? So the magnets were gifted and done by the bestie, but we're going to do something special for her tomorrow. Oh, RBB, Jessica Marie. Back up. What was I saying? I was just reading the chat. Oh, so this is a starter set of magnets. It's a lot of the people. Not everybody is on there. Not everybody has a magnet yet. Going forward, we will be paying for magnets. We're not going to have her. This was a nice thing she gave us, but we're going to pay them. Hold on, Debbie, you were the chair of the Bridgewater RTC. You stepped down because this town is corrupt. You should message me. You should message me, Debbie. Okay. On Will's community post, he shared Will's community. Oh no, I can't see that. Can somebody go back to that? Can somebody say that again? It said on Will's. Do we mean the Glare? Thanks, Debbie. Ben, say that in 1 minute because I want to talk to the besties about that. But I want to just go back to that comment. It said on Will's community post. So do we mean Will the Glare? I just want to know if it's like a mean thing or a funny thing or what am I looking at here? Plops for my roast. Is it the one where the guy said, where do you fall on the Horizon social chart? And I said, under your dad. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, yeah. I mean, first of all, that was like volley set match. Like fucking, where do you fall on this chart? Under your dad is exactly where I am, sir. It's where he was last night. Oh, where your dad was in heaven last night after he left my that's it. Some troll was giving me shit and they were like, first of all, they try to get you because I'll make a joke about your dad, right? Or your mama. And said something and I was like, oh, that's not what your dad said last night or whatever. And the guy was like, oh, my dad's in heaven. And I was like, that's where he was last night after he left my fucking house. And then another troll said something about like, where do you fall on the Horizon social chart? And I was like, under your dad. You know what I love? These people going crazy about the simulated blowjob thing. Let me tell you something. If you don't think that I'm smarter than what I am, number one, I didn't do that hand movement and licking and ball sack caressing when I was slumming it with no makeup on in a hoodie. Okay. I looked really pretty that day. So we're not doing things like that when we know it's going to get clipped and we look like we got hit with the frying pan. We're only doing those things on days where we look like we have our personal best. And I was in my really nice, like mint green ribbed, like sweater, and my hair was done really nice, and I had really good makeup on. And so just like next time, like next time, trolls, next time you see something of me and it's kind of like pushing the envelope, take a look at how I'm dressed and how I look. If I'm looking like a trash bag carrier and I am looking like I haven't washed my hair in 7 days, then whatever I'm doing was on accident. But if I'm simulating oral sex on a screen where I've got 5,000 people watching and my hair and my face is done and I've got a cute shirt on, just know that that was done on purpose. So you could clip it and you could share it. And then people will come and watch it. And then I will get the fucking views because I am not an idiot. Dance for me, puppets. Dance. Not you guys. I love you guys, but you know them. You know those people. Okay, Ben, thank you. Big event in Bridgewater. All 3 governor candidates and others on Monday. Can you tell the chat, Ben, exactly where it is and what time? As soon as I see that, I'm going to try to pin it. I doubt I can. Hold on. She calls herself 50. I just can't. I think one time I made the mistake of talking about myself in the third person, and that is like a serious like pet peeve of mine when people talk about themselves in third person. Hold on. I'm waiting for Ben to get the info about the event. So, and I don't want to miss it. Okay. Bye, Leslie. Have a great day. Black Hat Hot Brew Works, Monday at 6 p.m. I cannot fucking pin that. Okay, so that's Monday at 6 p.m. Black Hat Brew Works. Never heard of it before. That's in Bridgewater. Okay, so listen. Black Hat Brewery. Debbie, thank you. So Monday is actually supposed to be my Republican Town Committee meeting. And it was supposed to be this week, but we had many of our people who were on vacation. And so we moved it to Monday. We usually meet the first Monday of every month. So then we inadvertently didn't know about what was happening on Monday, and we scheduled it for this Monday coming up. 25 Scotland Boulevard. So listen, I understand some people would not be interested in this. And I'm not really going to like push it or force it or anything like that. I am going to attend this event on Monday. All 3 candidates who are Republicans that are running for governor are going to be there and speak. So this is kind of a rare opportunity. It's kind of in a central location. It's Bridgewater, right? Not Bridgewater? Bridgewater or Braintree? Fucking, I don't know. So I messaged the RTC group chat and I said, I would like to go to this, and I'm going to reschedule my RTC meeting. It's Bridgewater, Ben. Thank you. I'm going to reschedule my RTC meeting to go to this event. Now, if I am correct, there is a $25 fee to attend, and I think it includes snackies. Am I correct? I'm going to get more information. And I know Ben usually kind of taps out at this point because it's almost 10 o'clock. So I don't want to put it on him to put all of the information. But what I'm wondering is if some of you would like to go. If you, this is not like an event where like you have to do anything, but do you want to go and listen to these men talk about why they want to be governor? If you don't like Maura Healey, then you only have 3 options, and it's these guys. And I think you should go and see and listen to them. I don't love that this has a price tag attached to it, to be quite frank with you. Normally these events are free. I thought I read that there was a fee attached to this at the bottom of the flyer, but because there's food, that's probably it. So I'm going to be going to this. It's January. I only attended a minimum amount of political events last year because I was busy doing YouTubey things. Mermaid Mary, you're going to go? Do we all want to meet in the parking lot beforehand? So I'm going to go. If you live in the area, if you can afford to go, I hate that there's a little bit of we shouldn't have to pay a fee if they're looking for our vote in return. So it's not the candidates that are charging the fee. It's the Republican committee that is hosting the event. And I understand that it costs money for them to host this. So there's going to have food and there's going to be things there. And so I think that that's what the fee is for. The candidates are not charging a fee. There is a $25 fee. Thank you. And so I will tell you, normally there isn't. Normally you just go to a meeting, there's no food or there's no snacks. But this one it looks like it's more of like an event with like food and things like that. So for me, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm fumbling through this. I'm going to pay the money to go. Number one, because it's an RTC and supporting RTCs are great. But I am going to say this, like it's Monday, RBB, at 6 p.m. in Bridgewater at the Black Hat Brewery. I have a commitment to this campaign year. I have a commitment to helping my candidate, which is Mike Keneally, and I want to be there to support him. I want to be able to contribute to the clapping when he speaks, that it's louder than the other candidates, because I'm a petty bitch like that. And I want other people to hear him. I also, as the campaign moves on, because his has been going on since last summer, I think it's important to see like if he's developed different thoughts after speaking to people on the ground and like where are we at. And so I'm going on Monday. And so if you RBB, do not get an Airbnb for this. This is not, it's not that important. But I'll be there. So if anybody wants to go, Ben, you're going, I'm assuming. I will see you there. We'll have some people from my RTC that are probably going to go, but I'm not missing this one. I have major FOMO starting the year. I don't want to miss out on anything. I want to go to everything. I can't say I could live stream from it because it's a closed meeting type thing. I think I'm not really sure, but I can update you. Ben, I will see you there. If you guys want to go, I'd love to see you. You have my number. You can text me. Jess, how come it shows me that the membership is $6.99? This must have something to do with a fee associated with buying it through your phone if you have an iPhone. I think if you do it online outside of your phone, it's still $4.99. It's not, I don't charge the $6.99. I charge $4.99. Okay. Somebody gonna wear a Vote Barack t-shirt? That's fucking funny. It's Apple. It's $4.99 from a computer. Thank you, Erin. Don't join on your phone, Dr. Trey 7 says. Yeah, that is. I learned that from all the besties. Get your memberships on your computer instead. It's only $4.99. Okay. Walter and the Bruce Bulldog. What's going on today? It's Friday. We're almost done. We're 2.5 hours into a morning fucking live stream per fucking usual. Texas is a red state. What's Ray's views on that? Is Ray from Dallas a conservative? I get a feeling he's probably not a liberal. KK Billingsley says Apple gets the extra $2. I don't know if Mike Keneally has merch yet, but I am a merch girly. So get me the merch. Ben Rose, I gotta go. Have a great Friday, besties and Jess. Catch you tomorrow morning. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for all the info on the event. I appreciate it. Oh, Noodles Mama is saying, Jess, you didn't talk about Minnesota. We're gonna save it for tomorrow. That shooting that occurred. I have some thoughts on that, but it's too heavy for this morning, so we're gonna save it for the show for tomorrow. We're gonna talk about it. Well, the political show's not going to be a membership. The Tuesday political show at 12 is just going to be open to everybody, but I may do a members only eventually. That's where we talk about all the racist stuff. I'm kidding, obviously. Don't flip it. I'm just saying, like, we can have a members only where it's political, and that just means you really have to want to be there to listen to it. It's not racist, Jesus. I don't think so. As far left. So, question about the popover situation. So, yesterday I said nobody had claimed the popover. The first person that texted me, I said, send me your address. And then later in the day, I got a message from someone that said they had sent a Venmo for the popover. So, if yesterday I told you that the popover was coming to you, it's not. It's going to the other person. And honestly, the best thing in the world that happened is that I didn't make it to the post office yesterday. And so those two items are currently sitting on my dining room table. So the popover goes to the person who claimed it on Saturday. I apologize. I didn't know. I didn't know that the Venmo was for the popover on Saturday. Both items were claimed. We will probably never do that again. And I apologize. All right. Look at us getting out of a live stream before the 3-hour mark. The happiness I feel when I end my meeting and I see you're still live. Of course, Cyberchick Boston. All right, besties, it's Friday. Everything is okay. There aren't any problems that we can't handle today. We are going to get the merch store up and running. Don't worry. I'll believe it when I see it. We're ending. Don't worry. Cyberchick Boston asking for a goddamn field trip. It's not happening. We aren't doing another After Dark this week. I'm done with the internet for today. Once we finish this, I do have some prep work I need to do for the Jess Machado show tomorrow because we're going to try to stay on schedule. It's not a field trip show, but we are doing the Horizon Social Chart tomorrow. So it's a can't miss in regards to that at a minimum. Maybe we will have a guest tomorrow. Maybe. I will check my messages while I'm here. I don't know if I can, but let me scroll down and see. No field trips. I can only see the first couple of lines. Hold on. Hi, bestie. I want to let you know that your morning show has brought me so much comfort. You have brought me so much comfort. I recently got broken up with being older and being a single mom. Friends are difficult, but I feel like every morning I am listening to my best friend. Thank you. Currently, I can't afford your membership, and I had one until you switched. I'm sorry. And you're forgiven about the pullover. Thank you, bestie. I can see just start messages. What does this say? Between YouTube and X, over 2,000 people are watching you live. I told you about the 99¢. It's a strategy which pays. Out of your almost 9,000 subs, if 6,000 joins at 99¢, that's an additional 6K. Don't miss out. Sometimes money signs get in the way of seeing the bigger picture. Noted. You and I were on the same page. Oh my God, somebody sent me a meme and it's holy fucking shit, I'm gonna die. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? This is, I can pull down at the top. Somebody sent me a meme and it's Simba talking to Mufasa and they're staring out over the land and there's a picture of a fucking rotisserie chicken and Simba goes, "But what's that shadowy place over there?" And he says, "We don't touch that part of the rotisserie chicken. I am dead." I will post it in the Facebook group. A friend of mine, Dan Medeiros, messaged me at 8:55. Hello, poor guy has been waiting an hour for me to respond. I'm on a live stream. I think that Karen actually doesn't want support if prop support TB and she is telling Mike and Brian and Nick to say this on her behalf. Why else would he be saying it at all? I think Karen backs it. I got blocked too, and Mike called me out and asked me why I support Turtle Boy and Karen, and I can't do that. I got to read that in more in depth, but great point. Barstool Sports texted me because I signed up to get a stupid coupon for 15% off because I was going to buy myself a Kirk Minahan sweatshirt. And now I'm going to get freaking coupons all the time. Okay. I can't see all of these other things. It stops. So if there's anything else, can we also bring back Benetton? Maybe. Maybe. Cyberchick Boston just gifted 20 memberships. Bestie, you didn't have to do that. I don't know how you accept those. Do people know how to do that? Do you click on it? You didn't have to do that, Charlotte. Thank you. If you get a membership from, guys, the mail is here. I knew it. Mail's here. Let's get the mail. Good morning. How are you? Good. Oh, I have a package.
Your signature and there's your mail.
Yay,
No
thanks.
problem.
Have a
nice
great
day.
weekend. Besties, we got a package. Whoever said I wasn't getting off, you were right. Jesus. Hold on. Now I have to open it with all of you here. Listen, motion to forgive how I look right now. I can't. Listen, I just took a quick peek. I just took a quick peek in the mirror. It's worse than what it's worse than I imagined. So I'm going to turn the camera on, but can you just be kind, please? I mean, I'm not kidding. Do not fuck with me right now. Hi. Don't just, if you want the unboxing, you're just going to have to. Let me look at the bills first. AARP, that's for my mom. What is this? What's this? Oh, that's nothing. Oh, my utilities bill. Can't wait for that. I'm going to open it. That is worse than I thought. This is my gas bill. It's due February 2nd. Total delivery charges, $184. And the cost of my gas for the month was $139 for a total of $324. Fuck me.
Love that. Alrighty. And yeah, it was January is my highest month. That's fucking insane. Love that for me. Great. Great. This feels soft. Who's this from? From Sandy. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. She messaged me. Sandy made a quilt for me. I know what this is. As soon as I saw New Hampshire, she's from New Hampshire. She made a quilt. And I can tell you, she sent me a picture and I showed it to Georgia. And the first thing Georgia said to me was, I want that. And I said, you can't. It's from a bestie. And she said, but it matches my room. I knew it. She makes these all by hand. Well, obviously with a machine, a sewing machine. I don't think I could do it justice. But, and then the other side has this print and she makes them all herself. And it's gorgeous. Isn't it pretty? I love it. Thank you, Sandy. What a nice surprise. Basically, we can't get off the live stream until we do the mail every day now. Hi. Okay. We're shutting that off now. You're welcome. Oh, it's pretty. Georgia's going to love it. What talent. Wow. Wow, it's really pretty actually. So nice. Jess, can you tell us, what does that say? Just, I missed it. Somebody just wrote, Jess, can you tell us something? I love the talent of the besties. I'll post a picture of this. Amy Funeral Lady made a Facebook group. It's called Bestieverse, I think. And that's where you can kind of like interact post show. I saw a comment, but it went away. It said, Jess, can you explain something? And I thought it had to, I'm not sure. I see that there are 13 starred items. I can't see. I'm assuming it's a combination of super chats and gifting memberships or new memberships. I just want to acknowledge those and say thank you. The Facebook group, I think, is private for now. Good morning, Madam Court Reporter. I feel like I am backing Jess. She said she wants no more enemies. Backing me in what? I have enough enemies. Brian LTL wakes up every day with a hate fire inside of him for me. And obviously Mike. And there are people who don't like me that are just now privately not liking me, but it's okay. There is something heavy in the air today. Do you mean like physically or do you mean like emotionally? Hi, Barbara. X is crazy. Wait, Dusty Rose LA, you feel it too? Like there's something going on today? So then, okay. I definitely live rent free in Brian's head. It's like his whole like fucking identity right now. So like, I'm just reading the comments. Jess, you can hang the quilt as a backdrop while you stream. Well, tomorrow we have our bookcase coming in and all of the trinkets are going on. So there's weird shit happening worldwide. I see what you're saying.
People who can't forgive and hold anger shows what type of people they are. Oh, yay, Nancy. Who is privately not like, don't worry about it. X is like a train wreck. I can't help but watch. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been doing this thing where if I feel that inertia or I'm compelled to touch my phone and go to X, the first thing I do is go to Instagram. That has been where I've been going first. It's just lighter. It's less drama. It's less politics. It's all food, clothing, art. I built that algorithm brick by brick. It's comedy. Like I'm trying. You have a very uneasy feeling about the state of our country right now. I don't. I feel the opposite. I think that we were literally so close to having Tim Walz as our vice president. I'm good. I'm happy. Daddy's in charge. I'm okay. Trump is not the perfect president. He was not the perfect candidate, but I am going to tell you something. I don't know why people don't continue to hold it close to their minds that the Democrats that were looking to keep power were going to ruin our country. I feel like we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. Oh, you don't think that they mean Trump? I don't want to talk politics too much, but I'm just going to tell you something. The 4 years of Joe Biden were the absolute worst possible things for this country, and that is the fucking it. I am done. I'm going to tell you something. We're not going to talk about it right now, okay? But the Venezuela thing, balls move. Balls fucking move. Greenland, balls move. Let's just why? Throughout the history of the world, people have taken, fixed, acquired territories, purchased. Why the fuck not? Nobody does anything anymore. Nobody, it's all just, I can't. We're not going to do this right now. I'm good. I'm happy. Thank you so much. You know, I'm good. We gonna let Russia take it? Abso-fucking-lutely not. No thanks. Balls move, balanced with peace moves out in the Middle East, put together with dealing with our fucking, I mean, listen, do not get me started. Do not get me started. I will just run a whole fucking live stream of the videos of thousands and thousands of people crossing the fucking border, walking right the fuck in with who knows fucking what, certainly not a skill set. And then just like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Nobody's coming here self-sufficient. Nobody's coming here with generational wealth from their fucking country. They walked across because it was a free-for-all and they were going to have a fucking cash cow waiting for them. Do not get at me. The 4 years of the Biden administration on the immigrant situation alone is enough. Alone. Let's not make the chat political. This is like a space where we don't have, like, we're not going to do that because we can be united in our front against Mike Crawford and LTL and have different political opinions, okay? You are not talking to TT right now. We can't talk politics here. Clean up, chat, clean it up. Clean it the fuck up. Don't start. People are going to be like, no, thank you. I'm out. We were 1 second away. We were talking about quilts. Now we're going to be talking about, you know, shots and mandates and uh-uh. TT is ready for the Cino. It's Friday. She's at work. Your dad died before he saw Trump in office for the second time. I was heartbroken. I did hear yesterday Trump is talking about we're getting rid of mail-in voting. No fucking shit we are. No fucking shit. It just literally opened up a path to voter fraud in a way that we've never seen before. And why did we get mail-in voting? Because of COVID. And what happened in 2020? Trump lost. Tim Wall says he likes quilts. Kristen, we cannot mention it all right now. We are going to talk about it on Tuesday at noon. Check your email today. I shall. Okay. 3 hours. Everybody can just go to the DMV and get an ID. No problem. Messica TT wants a Happy Meal toy. Question, how did Baker get in? Because 63% of the people in Massachusetts are unenrolled voters. The majority of the people in this state want moderate leaders. That is why they will not commit to a party, and they will vote for a moderate leader, moderate Republican leader. And Charlie Baker was that person, and that is why many people voted for him, even though he was a Republican in Massachusetts. Republicans in Massachusetts make up 10% of the registered voters in the state. But then Healy came in, and the reason for that is because the candidate was Jeff Deal. And Jeff Deal coming out and saying that he was going to run, right? Because Jeff Deal was being empowered by a group of people who can't win a fucking track meet, thought that he could win, even after he lost his other races, that he could win the governor of Massachusetts. And I don't want to explain this, but there would have been a primary. Okay. Charlie Baker is the incumbent governor. And now you have a guy named Jeff Deal at the height of the Trump frenzy, right? And Jeff Deal is going to run for governor. And there was no way he wasn't going. He was empowered by people. He was going to run for governor, and that's it. You think Charlie Baker had a chance on winning a Republican primary here at the height of the Trump frenzy and COVID and all of the shit like that? No. Jeff Deal could have won. I mean, maybe. But there was too much of a chance. So you're going to have Jeff Deal come in here and oust the governor in a primary? First of all, Charlie Baker didn't deserve to be primaried. I don't care what anybody says. Take away COVID, everything was kosher with Charlie Baker, more than kosher. But you've got these rogue Republicans who, by the way, if you got a good candidate and you can actually win an election, then okay, maybe I'll listen to you. But Jeff Deal had a history of losing, and he's being backed by people that do not know what the fuck they are doing, and they're running the party into the ground. Sure. So what does Charlie Baker do? Peace the fuck out, bitches. I'm going to go make a couple mil working for the NCAA, or what is that where he works? I don't know. Bye. See ya. And then what do we get left with? Oh yeah, Jeff Deal. That candidacy was dead on arrival. Now, Chris Doty was brought in by the Baker people to try to convince people that Jeff Deal wasn't going to be able to win the election. But Chris Doty was not the right candidate. I supported him in the primary, but I knew he was not the right candidate. But it was the best that I guess they could do. I guess. No offense to Chris Doty. I met him. I mean, I was on Howie Carr with him. He hosted and I was a guest. Like, it's okay. Fine. But like, there was absolutely no chance he was beating Jeff Deal in the primary. And so then Jeff Deal wins the primary. And 3 minutes after the polls close, Jeff Deal is the loser. And we got Maura Healey. That's how it works. That's how it works, everybody. Good thing we're not talking about politics anymore. Somebody's calling me. Oh, it's Jeff. I'm going to take the call. Hi. Did you guys hear me at all when I was on that call by any chance? That was Meowser. He's in a better mood. I don't know if you guys could hear me, but I was able to answer that call and stay on here, which is great. Oh, anyway, I answered the phone and I said hello, and he went, "Hi, Mauser," which means he's in a much better mood now. So, and I said, "Oh, you sound like you're in a better mood." And he said, "I wasn't in a bad mood. I just realized how late it was. I guess he was working in the office and he had to go out to do a site survey, and he just was working. It got ahead of him and he didn't realize what time it was. So I'm going to hang up with you guys and I want to call him. Sounds like he's in the Friday mood that I anticipated. Okay. Blonde Patty 5706 says she's usually team replay, but here she is. Well, it's 10:26 and we're still on this thing, and it's almost 3 hours and I can't get the fuck off. Well, what's going on in the chat? I see aggressiveness. Cyberchick is doing a live stream at noon. What's happening in the chat? You only need 20 subscribers to get to 9,000. I didn't sex talk my husband yet. It's only 10:27. Chat is okay, just sharing feelings. I'll allow it. Ray from Dallas, that's what's causing chat disturbances. What's happening? It's usually just very RBB. I can't read your super chat. Can you read it? I just see A999. I can't see them. He's not doing anything. We can't leave till 9K. No, that's not true. The emotions are charged today. Who's Cat Bama? Who's Cat Bama? Right? Is the problem? Read the comments. Well, first of all, there's no problem. Listen, hold on a second. Listen, there is no problem. You can't let anything bother you. We cannot do a beaver moon ceremony at 10:28 in the morning. So what I'm gathering, because I'm taking a peek and I'm Cat Bama is being very defensive of me because Ray for Dallas allowed those two whores to do streams on his channel. And so people are saying that, and there's Ray for Dallas fans in the chat. And then there's people who are defending me in the chat. Am I getting that right? Okay. It's very hard to get the whole gist of things when I can only see like one or two comments at a time. So listen. We can't leave until 10K. We can't do that. All right. Listen, I'm going to make an executive decision. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's absolutely stupid. I'm not going to tell. If I could make an executive decision right here, I would say like just, I don't. Listen, every single solitary day we do a live stream in the morning starting at 7:30, and the chat is kosher and peaceful. And if there is a troll, they get booted only, trolls only. And we don't have like crazy energy in here. And so if I'm giving my opinion, I don't like the negative energy that's going on in the chat right now. And so Ray, if you would like to talk to me about your Pyrex collection, that would be welcome in the chat. but I don't want any other drama stuff going on in the chat. To the besties who are defending me, we will handle it offline. It's a lot of stuff in here that's like nothing for nothing, like making the chat about Ray from Dallas. This is my chat. This is my show. This is my platform. Ray from Dallas has his own. If Ray from Dallas wants to go live and Ray wants, and you guys want to go into his chat, like nothing for nothing, but I have a common courtesy when I go on other people's shows. I don't dominate the chat. So I'm hoping Ray is being respectful to that and not dominating the chat, because this is my show and I work really hard to cultivate a fun environment in the morning. It's not that heavy. I restrain myself from talking about heavy shit because I don't want it to get too heavy or crazy. It's not Ray. Okay, perfect. I can't see. I just want to be clear. I can't see anything. I see a lot of exclamation points. And I also can't control the people in the chat. I can't control people that are attacking him. I don't want to deal with this. I just fight or flight, and we're flighting. So I'm going to end it. That's what's going to happen. We're just going to shut this down and we're going to end it. Did I hit my 9,000? I apologize. We're going to fall short. I just don't want to deal, like, lots of exclamations and lots of exclamation points, lots of like caps locks. Like, I just, TT wants to go to the casino. Probably she's at her desk and she wants to go to the casino. We're not going to the casino. It feels like a healthy time to get off. It is. Let's pick up TT and go look for purses. You guys are just ridiculous. I see what's saying. That's a great way to say it. People are just passionate in defending either him or me, and that is great. But I feel like the people people in the chat are getting a little. All right, everybody. Everybody's piecing out. They're like, let's the fuck go. We are done. I'm not picking you up, and we're not going to get Pyrex. One of the besties sent me a message and was like, oh, I'm like out at a store in New Hampshire and look at what I found. And it's like a set of 3 nesting bowls. And I was like, wow, that's a good one. And she's like, it's $56. I was like, what the fuck? No, absolutely not. This is the rush of finding Pyrexes in the wild. Okay. Estate sales are a good place because or yard sales, for example, because they don't really understand the value and they still appreciate Pyrexes going into the good hands. But there is this underbelly of the Pyrex collection world where people are getting them and selling them for high money. That's not the way I run this shit. I told that bestie, do not buy those. Don't buy those. What we do need is we need organic finds of Pyrexes in the wild. I don't think I've paid more than $10 for a Pyrex. So we can't. Why is RBB swearing? Please stop. Noodles, you can just reverse Google image it, or there are Pyrex websites. One of the besties sent me a website and it tells you every name with the picture, the year. RBB says, Ray from Dallas wants to have you on his show. Can you just read my chat? Ray from Dallas wants to have me on his show. Why? $50 for a heritage set, but it's 4 bowls. That's not. Then you should check your members talking shit to Ray. No. RBB, what the fuck are you talking about? Do not tell me to check my members doing anything. Everybody can do whatever the fuck they want in this chat. I'm not going to tell my members to, what do you mean? What? No, absolutely not. First of all, RBB, you're getting super hostile. You're getting aggressive. I don't know what's mad. I don't know what's going on here. Can I just tell you something? I don't really like what's going on here right now. Like, I don't like what's happening here right now. Number one, I like the attention on me, and there's too much attention on Ray from Dallas, okay? And so when my chat is not paying attention to me and they are paying attention to comments and there's like these sub fights going on, I'm all fucking set with that. No fucking thank you. I don't really fucking, I'm not into this right now at all. Ray asked me if I would go on a show. Honestly, my answer would be no. I'm not going to go on a show, on a live stream currently, right now, as it stands, when if somebody goes to that person's channel and scrolls back, there are 2 live streams with women shitting all over me. I have no beef with Ray for Dallas. He can run his channel however he wants. I was very clear in here. What I was saying before was a joke. I have absolutely no problem with him. There's no issue with that guy, whatever. I don't want any more enemies. I will pick and choose my enemies as I see fit. I have no problem with him. He can do whatever he wants. I'm going to tell you that I would not go on Ray for Dallas's show because I would have to tell people I'm going to be on the show. And then for people who don't know Ray from Dallas, if Ray from Dallas is hosting me, I'm going to say, okay, everybody, I'm going to be on this show today. This is where you can catch me, right? That person is going to go, I would advertise it. I would tell people I'm going to go there. And then I would have to advertise Ray from Dallas's platform. And then people would go and click on Ray for Dallas and they would just scroll to take a look at what he has. And one of the things they're going to see is Lindsay Gattani, and they'll click on that. And there's Lindsay Gattani calling me every fucking name in the book. And then we would scroll back and then there's a live stream with Jen Ullman taking a walk, and the walk is the whole time she is talking about me, not in a nice way. And so I would not go on that channel because the platform has hosted women who do not like me. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's not personal to Ray, whatever. It's just, I would prefer not to do that. So the answer would be no thank you. Not no thank you. No thank you. Does that work for everybody? Nothing personal. But that's it. It's okay. And you know what? If Ray from Dallas is a real one, then he will not be offended by that. Also, I've been through this many times already since I've started this whole thing. RBB is pissed I didn't read her super chat, but RBB should know that I can't see the super chats. I've said this 1,000 times, RBB. So you and everybody else should know. I'll take a screenshot of my phone right now. I cannot see the super chats. When they pop up on my screen, it shows nothing except the letter A, if it's a person, or a picture of their face, and it'll say a dollar amount. I see no message. You did swear. I saw you swearing. I don't care if you swear. I swear all the time, but don't lie. RBB is pissed every day about this. I don't know what else to do. I can't see them. And also, RBB texted me the other day, and so like everything should be fine here. I just don't, there's a lot going on here. I can't even see the Venmos, honestly, until after the fact. I don't know what, I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't know. Like, what is going on? I'm just looking and honestly, My chat deserves better than this, to be honest with you. Alley Cat saying, I told you it was a weird day. You did. You know what? I'm just, okay, hold on. I'm just not going to look. I'm going to close my eyes. I've got to think about this for a second. Okay. Let's go down a list. Truth. 1, truth. I have not thought about Ray for Dallas until Ray for Dallas showed up in my chat. This is not someone that I wake up and I think about. I don't go to their channel. I'm not interested. I have no beef. I have no problem. It is not something I think about. That is not a bad thing. I have a very full life and existence. I don't think about Ray from Dallas's show unless the show is hosting cunt whores that want to talk shit about me. And then it is on my radar. Then I will pay attention and I will listen or whatever. Okay. Now, I also know that Ray from Dallas said some shit about me on his own shows. Okay. I don't care. Okay. I don't care. That's really where I'm at. I don't care. I have people say shit about me on the internet every goddamn day, including people that really fucking hate me. And if I'm correct, Ray from Dallas doesn't really fucking hate me. So if Ray from Dallas, who doesn't hate me, wants to talk shit about me, I don't care. He has every right to do that. Go right ahead and do it. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. I also said shit about Ray from Dallas when I said I don't think he should be giving his platform to bitches that don't like me. But if I did listen to Ray from Dallas, I heard correctly. He believes anybody who supports Aiden is the top of that's the umbrella. If you're an Aiden supporter and you want to free the goat, then you can use his platform. So Lindsay is working with Aiden, sure. Jen Altman is like Aiden's friend, sure. So everybody who falls under the umbrella of liking and caring and wanting to free Aiden, Ray is going to platform them, then that's his choice. Everybody under that umbrella doesn't get along. So I don't care. Like that's fine. So as far as I'm concerned, I understand the channel. I understand it looks to me like like he has at least consistency with like who he platforms and what he talks about. And the consistency is Aiden. Freeing Aiden, supporting Aiden. Nobody that talks shit about Aiden is going on that channel. And so that is pretty much what I see. Swearing is allowed, RBB, but you said I didn't swear. And I catch one comment every 3 seconds and you did swear. I don't care that you do. You did swear, but whatever. Who cares? You can swear. Fucking cunt, whore, bitch, fucking whatever. Nobody cares. So there's that. I also don't like the style of Ray's show, but I also know people do like the style of Ray's show. They find it entertaining. It's hard for me to listen to, but that's just me. Also, I don't listen to a lot of shows. So are we okay? Yes, Coach K Swizzle, we are fucking still here. You call, yes. So the only other thing, I have no smoke, Mrs. Machado, at all. I get everything you're saying. You're a great woman. Thank you. So I think that's great. Somebody commented like Ray's views are down and he's on here to get the views or whatever. So I don't know if that's true at all. It did bring up to me that there were people messaging or talking about views being down, other people, right? And things like that. And I just want to say that I sympathize with people whose views are down, but I don't have that fucking problem. Okay. So I'm averaging, like I just don't have that problem. I may have that problem one day. I may have that problem next week, next month. I don't know, but I am currently in my not having that problem era. I continue to get views. I continue to get subs. I continue to get time watched. I continue to make money. I continue to get the ad revenue. So I am on the upswing while people like LTL and Mike are on the downswing. And that is a tough problem for them to have, but I don't give a fuck about that. Okay. I have already said I'm not a pro here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I can tell you what I do seems to be working. And that is be open, be honest, be self-deprecating, and be funny and entertaining. And people will fucking watch your shit. Okay. So sprinkle in the drama, sprinkle in some shit stirring, but don't make it your fucking identity. Oh, and by the way, don't make Karen Reed your identity either, because that doesn't work. Okay. So there's a lot of people that are struggling with the views. There's a lot of people that are losing subs. There are a lot of people that don't know what's going on. I wish you well. I don't have that fucking problem. Meow, 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 fucking meow, 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 Eagles 4:30 Sunday. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, we got a fucking football game to win on Sunday, okay? For the sanctity of our marriage and for my peace at my home, Jeffrey Machado's Eagles must fucking win on Sunday at 4:30, and that is fucking that. Meow 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 and meow 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 and meow 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 and meow 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 and meow 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 and meow 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 and meow and meow 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 meowy meow 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 meow. I lost it. I lost it. That's the Eagles. Hold on. Jeff will be so mad at me if I didn't get that right. Your dogs are. Wait. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch those Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles. That's it. There we fucking go. Also, just so you know, what will happen on Sunday is as soon as the day starts. Listen, Deborah, I don't know what to tell you. Jeffrey is an Eagles fan, faux life. 4LYFE life. Here's what's going to happen. On Sunday morning, I'm going to wake up to the sound of Jeffrey playing Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. And that is the song that was their mantra during the Super Bowl when they beat the snot out of the Patriots that year unexpectedly. And so we will start off with that. It'll be Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. And then I will get hype because that song gets me hype. Okay. And I will support my husband because this year my team is not in it. And that's okay. Our backup team is the Eagles. And by the way, if the Eagles don't make it, my backup team for this season will be the Patriots. I love it when you guys are happy. I love it. I love New England during a winning football season for the Patriots. Everybody is hype. All the men wear their jerseys to the grocery store. Listen, you must know if it is a Sunday in football season, when we go grocery shopping, Jeffrey Machado picks his jerseys accordingly. The ones that will trigger the other men that are in the grocery store with their wives wearing their fucking Drake May jerseys. He wants you to give him this. Listen, if you see my husband in a supermarket anytime between now and the Super Bowl, and you are a man and you are a Patriots fan, and you see him decked out head to toe in his Eagles gear, just understand something. That's for you. He wants you mad. He wants you to say something to him. He wants you to look at him a certain way in that aisle. So when you get to the other aisle and you cross going in the opposite direction again in the next aisle, now you're getting even more mad. He wants you to get worked up. He loves it when you go, oh, not this year. You had your chance. Drake May. That's it. It's go time. That's what happens in his head. It goes click, 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 click. It's go time, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Like he thrives and lives and craves for the interaction with Patriot male sports fans in the grocery store. He is there to trigger you. Don't take the fucking bait. Okay? Don't take the bait. Starts off fun. Everybody's in joking mood. Hey, good luck today. Hey, baby, this year's your year. Blah, 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 blah. Puff up the chest walking in the door. It's go time. It's go time. He's ready. He's not there to help me with the groceries. He is there to trigger all of the Patriots fans. And I'm going to tell you something. Prior to Drake May, it wasn't always good because Patriot fans are angry and mad and they are bitter and they miss Tom. But now you're all feeling empowered. Now it's looking good. Now you got your quarterback. You guys are looking great. And now it's on in the grocery store. And by the way, I say grocery store, it's pretty much everywhere. He loves being the antagonist. He loves getting people right up. And I will turn to these interactions are a dime a dozen. I will turn to the husband and I will say, you know, he loves this, right? You know, you're not ever getting one up on him because what happens? We'll get to the car and he'll go, ha, ha, I had that guy going. Like he's into it. He loves it. He loves it. And I'm going to say something to you. He loved it before the Eagles won. He was always that way. And I'm that way too. And then this banter is very common. It happens all the time. And he's like, oh, you think I'm bad? He's like, my wife, she's a Chiefs fan. And then they'll go, oh, on the bandwagon. And then that's when I pull out my tattoo and I go, bandwagon, bitch. Bandwagon. I got my quarterback's name tattooed on my forearm. This is not a bandwagon. This is a commitment. This is a lifelong commitment to my football team. It's just fun. It's just something we do. Don't worry about us. It's fine. Did we get a super chat? Thank you for the super chats, Bessie. I can't see them, but my chat is so great in acknowledging it. Thank you. Spicy Misty, I am the wagon bitch. Oh, my fucking team better get their shit together for next year because I'm willing to sacrifice one season, but not more than that. Not more than that. All right. By the way, Kansas City Chiefs are leaving Missouri and going to Kansas apparently, and I'm not okay with that, but we will talk about that another day. It is Fun Day Friday. Let's get TT. The answer is no. We are not. Oh my God. I just said RBB. It's okay. Beautiful. Let Jess cook. And I read that fast and I thought it said let Jess cock. And I was like, that is Bunny After Dark commentary, Ray from Dallas. They do love to rile people up. Meow, 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 meow. Do you want me to do Dreams and Nightmares? Because I know that fucking rap from start to fucking finish. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said I do. If you want it, you got to see it with a clear eye view. That's what's going to be playing on Sunday. My mama need that bill money. My son need that milk. I'm reading the comments. No, you don't want to hear it. Wait until you see Jeffrey and I. B-Maw. RBB, cut the motherfucking shit. Cut the fucking shit. I have no time for your shit right now. Stop it. Every single person in the chat is complaining. And just because you send a super chat, that does not entitle you to cause and wreak havoc in the chat right now. Thank you for the super chat, bestie. Yes, I'm still live. I don't know what's happening. This is, everything keeps happening. We were ready to go in and then the mail came. Then we did the unboxing, then Raid for Dallas. And then now we were talking about football and I'm talking about Meek Mill. I was ready to do my dreams and nightmares rap, but there's that. Nobody cares about that. I understand most of you don't know, but that was a mantra. That is the Eagles hype song. Because you secretly want to get TT. I cannot fucking break TT. She works at the courthouse. Bye, Spicy Misty. Thank you. Have a great day, bestie. Meow, 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 meow. I have mods usually, but I can't ask my mods to do a fucking 3-4 hour show in the morning. They were here. They left. Who the fuck is that? Do not respond to somebody asking what Merit's YouTube channel is. Don't do that. Do not respond. You can be friends with the 49ers if they win. Yes. Yes, we can be friends. Yes. It's a free-for-all. The Chiefs are out. May the best man win. Hopefully it's my husband so we can have some fucking peace. I don't know what's wrong with people today. I have no idea. No, Kelly, we are not here all day. Noodles, I have 2 mods. That's enough right now. And Jeffrey has a wrench too. Go Bears. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. What was in the straw in the coffee this morning? I will say, I do like the straw. Look at you fucking weirdos fighting with each other in my chat. Jesus, what are you going to do when this is over? You're going to fight with each other? You're going to go walk into the bathroom and look in the mirror and just start fighting with yourself? The straw changed. All right, I'm reading. The straw was bad luck. You know what, Alley Cat? You're right. No straws ever again. I'm gaining subs. Did I hit my 9,000 yet? I only needed 20 more. Who the fuck wants to sign on for this when everybody's fighting? The straw does help give it an occasional stir. People were very upset with me for eating on screen the other night, and it is being exploited for hate content. And I just want to let you know, this was a very particularly rough day and I was busy and I had a meeting and I didn't have time to eat and I was low energy and I just needed to have a couple snacks. And so I started with the tangerine, one of the cuties. I ate that. Sorry. And then I had a bowl of cereal because I was hungry and then I was going to go to bed and I couldn't eat much later. And so I apologize for eating on screen. It won't happen again. It most likely will happen again. But I am very sorry. And some people did say that it bothers them on their earbuds because they can hear me talking. And so I will not eat on camera again. Okay, we're done. 3.5 hours. And I swear to fucking God, I'm hitting the end button in literally 30 seconds. Number one, I want to say thank you to everybody who watches. Thank you to the people who have subscribed. Thank you to the people who encouraged people to subscribe. Thank you to everybody who donated. There are super chats and memberships here that I can't see, but I appreciate them very much. And I also thank the chat for reading them so that I have a chance to see them. Tomorrow, we have the Jess Machado show at 9 a.m. It is an at-home show. It is at 9 o'clock. There is a schedule. The Horizon social chart is a part of it. I am going to go in the house and I'm going to make my video to show the agenda. We're going back. And we're going to have a show tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I'd like to keep the show from 9 to 12 if we can. 3 hours is enough. And we're going to try to stay on task. Okay. I do not like the fighting in my chat. I would never do that. Please, let's not do that again. Have a good day. Monica, have a good day. Everybody have a good day. Thank you for all of this. I appreciate you. Okay, goodbye. Have a great day.